You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's Dave's birthday. Happy birthday, Dave.
Hey, thanks.
Here, Dave. Happy birthday.
What do you got there? Some Cocoa Krispies?
Yeah.
I do like Cocoa Krispies. I like Cocoa Puffs the best, though. Out of all the Cocoa cereal.
I'm more of a Cocoa Puffs man as well.
Cocoa Puffs good.
All the girls in my life enjoy Cocoa Krispies more.
I enjoy them more, so I guess I must be one of the girls in your life.
Well, look, Cocoa Krispies, solid B tier cereal, I feel, as far as Cocos go. Like Cocoa Pebbles, bottom tier. Because Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles are always good, right?
Oh, you can open it,
You should open it.
See, the duct tape shows that it's a gift.
That's how it's wrapped.
I just thought this was a joke. I just thought this was
Oh, no, you shake it.
I mean, it's probably still a joke, but
I was like, do I have a bag? No, but I have a cereal box. I can
Be
just
a
tape
man.
shut. Be a man. Don't put presents in a bag. Be a man.
It's one bad Whopper in that box.
Nikki gave me it feels like a Super Nintendo game.
Oh, it might be.
Nikki gave me her present in a Christmas bag, so it all works out. What is this, the ignition factor? Plock!
Do you have block?
Plock! I think I have Plock.
Damn it. Because I always ask Nikki, she's like, I don't know.
She could just ask. That's
In
on
that
her.
case, here is the receipt and the sticker that was on it. Go take it back to Infinite Collectibles and get something you want.
Well, thank you. Look, I'll check right now to see if I'm pretty sure I have Plock. I don't think I've ever played it.
Because Nikki sent me a picture of your collection, but I cannot read any of the titles at all.
No, she would have to take like at least 8 individual photos.
Oh,
of the
they're 8
collection.
individual pictures.
Oh, they are.
But I cannot see what they are.
I have a little over 200 Super Nintendo games in the collection, which is nowhere even near half the entire library. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate it very much.
You're welcome.
I think if I'm mistaken, I will definitely let you know. But if I'm not,
Because the other game I was thinking about getting was Wolverine Adamantium Rage.
I don't have that one.
Damn
But
it.
that game sucks.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, of course. That's not the point, though.
It's having it. We want you to have it.
No, I get that. I get that. Thank you very much.
You're
Very
welcome.
nice. Very nice. I'll leave you with the Cocoa Krispies box if this is okay.
I guess if you don't want to take it home and display your Super Nintendo games in it.
I'm gonna fake out Henry. Just put an empty Cocoa Krispies box. Man, he didn't skip a beat when we October rolled around. I was like, "Hey, man, you know what happens in October, right?" He's like, "Halloween." I'm like, "Guess what else?" Oh, I don't know. My birthday missing a fucking beat, man. He's like, "Oh, we're gonna get some ice cream cake." Yeah, you're right. We're gonna get some ice cream
Nice.
cake.
Those things keep for like 4 months.
So fucking long. You have to cut them with a lightsaber. You have to.
Yeah, you totally do. You have to warm up your knife
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Put it under hot water and warm it up.
That's how Nikki
I went to
does
get
it.
you one of those as well, but they were like, we can't write on it. And I was like, never mind.
Can you just draw a big dick on there?
Because the one on Southside, I guess no one knows how to write on cakes.
They do it at the other one.
Because I wanted to have this birthday's a real Girth Brooks.
Oh,
but there was no
damn
one there
it.
to write on it.
Man, that's good. It would have been the third cake, so it's okay. Because my mom came by earlier and she dropped off a little cake, and I was like, okay. And then last night I was like to Nikki, I was like, look, I gotta be honest with you. I don't really care about the ice cream cake, but if you don't get an ice cream cake for tomorrow, Henry's gonna be real upset because all he's been thinking about for 2 weeks is the ice cream cake, and she's like, "I already got it." And then he didn't even ask about it today.
Oh,
I
well,
guarantee
of
what's gonna
course.
happen is his tuck-in's gonna happen, and he's gonna oh god, oh the ice cream cake.
Yeah, buddy, we had it. You missed it.
Yeah, don't you remember? Start gaslighting my son.
Could have been early.
You said you loved it. Remember you asked what a Girth Brooks was. Well, thank you. Very, very kind. And we spoke earlier about what my true birthday present is going to be, and that is that I get to pick the next game instead of the randomizer. But I'm still going to pick from the 6 games that we have left to do on Nintendo Switch Online.
Well, we're going to talk about the Ignition Factor.
Ignition Factor could be a game about
with Guy
cars.
Fieri. No.
Could be a game about. No, that's all I can think of.
Just cars
and fire.
But mainly cars.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it. You ignite a fire, but it's like I never think of like
when you hear ignition,
I think of a car.
Immediately of a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of our car culture that we live in.
Could be.
What else have you guys been up to this week?
Honestly, not a lot for me this week. It's been kind of there was a bad wreck on my street last night.
Was a Pitbull involved?
No, unfortunately, it was not.
He wasn't driving one of the vehicles.
Some dude in a Marcos delivery car and some other person. I don't think either party was paying attention. People drive down my street like it's the Indy 500. It's sucks really, but it's also there's cars parked on either side of the street. And people, I guess, are afraid they're going to sideswipe a bunch of cars, so they always drive down the middle of the road like it's a one-way street.
Yeah, and I like that sucks, but like the number of times like a random animal has run out across the street on your street has been like I can't even count it. It's been that high.
Plus all of the animals live on my block. Actually, the pit bulls, the cats, everyone.
They're everywhere, man.
They are. They really are. The lady across the street from me has 6.
Yeah.
They just run around.
That's usually
she
why...
was nice enough to get them fixed, at least.
When I'm in your neighborhood, that's usually why I do drive in the middle. Because, I mean, like, shit just runs out in front of you constantly.
Well, kids, too. I mean, there's kids all up and down that street.
I haven't hit a kid
They run out in front of you. They do. You got to go slow. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Just go... It's 25 miles per hour through there. But anyway, last night, apparently, neither one of these people was paying attention, and they... At the very last second...
They're both driving down the center?
Pretty much. Yeah. And at the very last second... They saw each other, swerved. She hit the Marcos guy. The Marcos guy must have yanked the wheel, hit a parked truck.
Yikes!
It was like an mid '80s GMC pickup that was in like perfect condition.
Why couldn't he have hit that pit bull?
I know, right? And then he ended up going. He was going fast enough to smash into that truck. And then go up into the guy's front yard over the curb.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like go up into like the back of the truck.
Flip the truck.
Right?
He hit that and then went up into the guy's front yard. And then the other lady spun out and there was cops and fire trucks and ambulances out in front of my house.
Was there a robot?
Until 10:30. There was no robot this time, thankfully. But it did happen in front of that guy's house that had the SWAT team called on him. But yeah, that's about the most exciting thing that's happened to me this week.
No Pitbull updates?
No, I haven't seen the dog. I keep driving past their house to see if he's running loose.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen him. I don't know if him getting out that day was a one-off thing or what.
I don't know.
I haven't seen him, so
maybe that encounter, they're like, yeah, we should probably keep.
We should probably do something about this. Yeah. But yeah, no. I haven't gone on any dog walks.
Right.
I'm probably not going to anytime soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all right.
You could do like my grandmother did toward the end of her life. She
just went out and started fucking murdering dogs.
Well, close.
Kittens.
No, she hated her neighbors, so she would, and she died of emphysema. So I mean, there had to be some oxygen loss going on. So I remember she did a few weird things before she finally went to the hospital. I mean, one of them was she wanted to start shit with her neighbors, so she would walk the very edge of their property, up and down, just scowling at them,
just
waiting for them to
like
say something so they could fight. Yeah,
they should have set a trap for it, like a little, like cover it with, dig a hole, cover it with leaves.
And then there was that one time she tried to put on a disguise to steal stuff from the gas station up the road. That didn't work out at all.
What was her disguise?
I think it was like cotton balls on her face, like something like,
oh no,
ma'am, something's wrong.
Yeah. Like a Christmas advent calendar. She just that's what she disguised as.
And then, of course, whenever I saw Ian, I was very relieved that he's not dead because I had a disturbing dream of his death last night that was very vivid, and woke up like, did Ian die?
Oh Lord,
did he die? And I'm having trouble processing it, or was that a dream?
Well, how did he die?
Well, it was heralded by one of the people who are not mentioned on this podcast suddenly coming back, and then they told you and I, Dave, and Melissa and Nikki, that Ian's dead. I was like, what happened? Come here. And we go outside, like in my driveway.
Come here is never like a good answer to how he died.
Ian's dead. Come here. I'll show you.
And we go outside, your truck is in my driveway for some reason, and there's just like a bloody outline of you in the driver's seat.
Oh shit.
And the who shall not be named is like, yeah, so his truck's mine now, though. I was like, that's very you, but I don't think that's how it works. I don't think if you find the murder victim's truck, you get to keep it.
So I was murdered in my truck.
In a very weird vaporizing way, I guess. But yeah, it was like, not like smoke or ashes, but just a bloody outline of you in your driver's seat.
Well, shit.
And then no one could find you, and you were pronounced dead, and there was a whole thing about, everyone was looking for you, hoping, because we couldn't find a body, just your outline, and of course he was joyriding in your truck everywhere. So I don't know, he put a towel down over the blood.
Did he clean it up first? Okay.
Who's got time for that?
I don't know that anybody's ever told me they had a dream that I was bloodily murdered and my truck was claimed by the person who found my body.
Yep.
Finders keepers. That's just law.
It is law. It's the first law. It's the only law.
I think of my dad.
Treasure equivalent exchange works like that.
It's taboo. I always think about when I was a kid. I know I've said this on the show before, but it was a long time ago. I remember like one of the first times really freaking my mom out. I was probably like 6 years old, maybe 5. And it was a birthday. It had to have been like 6 or 7. 5's too early. But I remember it was my birthday. And I remember like just out of the blue, just looking at my mom and being like, I hope I die on my birthday one year.
Just so it's even.
Yeah, it just felt
the
like
ultimate OCD win.
And I remember like
on a set of 10s, preferably.
her reaction was haunting, and I get it now because like if like I mean it was just like her reaction was just like, don't ever say that. And I was like, I don't understand. It works out perfectly. Born on October 14th, died on October 14th. Think about the tombstone. That's like poetic.
You could say born and died October 14th.
So every year on my birthday, I'm like, man, I fucking hope I don't get my wish. Because careful what you wish for. I'm 40 now. It could happen at any moment.
Hey, you're on a set of 10s. It'd be too good.
Yeah, 41, the inverse of 14. Oh, next year, baby.
Father, is there a year in which we're all a set of 10s?
So, yeah, she didn't like that very much. That's okay. I'm tired today. I played Phasmophobia last night with the Steam Machine podcast guys, Dalton and Nate and Willie, and played until 3:30 in the morning.
Oh, nice.
And it was real easy to do.
After midnight, it's like, it's my birthday, fuck it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. If today hadn't been my birthday, I probably wouldn't have done it. I also because earlier in the week I knew it was coming, right? It's like Thursday is my birthday. I'm going to get a whole bunch of work done. I'm going to get as much work done as I can so I can essentially take a vacation day without really taking a vacation day.
Yeah.
And it's like I still took care of shit that came in because of course it did.
Of course it did.
The big projects, all that was kind of worked out ahead. So it's like, all right, this is great. I got plenty of billable hours already logged. So Thursday is just going to be an easy day. So because of that last night, it's like, Phasmophobia till 3:30. Let's do this shit. Game's it's still a lot of fun. And I've been wanting to play it recently because, it's fucking Halloween's coming up and that game is still fucking super scary and yeah, it's good.
I haven't played any video games this week at all. I played a little Ignition Factor.
Yeah, that's all you need, baby.
But I've just been watching movies. This time of the year, we watch just scary movies constantly, 100% of the time. Or I'm watching, I finished Squid Game and...
Oh, man.
Oh, shout out to Doc for offering up his Shutter. Yeah,
thank
letting
you,
us borrow a
Doc.
Shutter account.
That and I just watching TV and movies has kind of been my comfort zone this month. So I haven't really done much gaming.
I desperately want to talk to you about Squid Game, but I don't want to spoil anything for anybody.
Yeah, because I haven't seen it at all, but I do want to.
You finished it?
Yes,
Okay, good.
we enjoyed it.
A lot?
Yes. ... So
Okay.
there's definitely
Mr. Beast is going to do his own Squid Games now after he made like a TikTok. Like, if this gets 20 million likes, I'll do my own version of Squid Games. And it got like 25 million likes.
Well, all right. He's
So
probably got a good
people
lawyer.
are going to play kids games for like $20,000. So
Who's on
Oh, that's not what Squid Game is about.
that's probably how he'll do it. I doubt he'll kill people.
I mean,
That's what I'm assuming happens in Squid Games.
look, Mr. Beast, you said, did we want
You said
Squid Game? And
you
we
own your own
said,
island.
Yes. So fucking deliver.
We got 456 contestants lined up.
I started playing more Persona 5.
Yeah.
I figured it kept coming across my YouTube, so I was like, I want to pick that up. I did, man. I love 3 and 4 a lot. Let me
Yeah.
play some more 5. And it's different than 3 or 4, but I'm really liking it so
Played a
far.
little bit of the beginning. It's super stylized.
I figured for that reason alone, you might be into it because it's like
yes and no.
Yes, it'd be like it, but I can see where you'd also be like, this is a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah.
Because
it's a lot.
every fucking square inch is packed with.
Yeah, it's-
there's no minimalism about it at all.
No.
It is maximalized.
Yeah, it sure is. But I would have kept playing it, but I know how fucking long that game is. How far into it? Like hour wise, how far into it are you?
10.
Yeah. So you're like an eighth of the way through.
Yeah.
Like we're not doing any.
I think it
extra
said 3% whenever I last logged in. So
We were talking about this last night, where it's like Dragon Quest 11 is on Game Pass, and it's like I want to play that, but that one's like over 100 hours long.
Yeah.
So
the completionist put 500 hours into doing everything in Persona 5.
yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd be lying if I said I didn't have time for that, but it's like the truth of it is I don't want to make the time for a single game to,
Yeah.
unless it's an MMO.
I mean, I'm not
weirdly.
going to like worry about getting everything. I'm just going to play it
Yeah.
straight
Get
through.
the story.
However much I get on my first pass, and I'm done.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Word.
it's not like a Fallout game where I try to get everything I can. So once I get to the point of no return, all I'll have to do is just crook my index finger slightly differently to get a different ending, and then I'm
Yeah.
done.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. I'm glad you're playing it. Oh, it kind of makes me want to try it again. But then again, I do like always that hour, the 80-hour thing, like that just looms over my head. And it's weird because it's like I will play an MMO for way longer than that. Fuck, I'll play Animal Crossing for fucking way longer than that. But for whatever reason, I guess because other people can come and look at my shit.
Those games
it's
also
different.
don't have
Yeah.
a cap where you're done.
Or an
so it's
ending,
just
right,
play as you will. Like, you're going to have to put in this much time to get that experience.
Mm-hmm.
I can see we're like sort of the same thing when you have to do something tomorrow. Well, today's ruined.
Oh yeah! Welcome to every Sunday that I've ever
God,
lived.
I
My
hate
entire
Sundays
fucking
so
life.
much.
Sundays are the worst,
It's
man.
the worst day because all I can think about is, well, this is the end of the weekend.
Yep.
I got stuff all piled up waiting for me at work tomorrow. Sucks, and it just time keeps moving on and moving on. It's like, well, guess I'm
on
gonna go to
slipping.
bed, get to work soon.
And like 4 or 5 different TikToks I watched today, they were all like, yeah, the night of your day off is better than your day off.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
Friday,
It absolutely
Friday is my
is.
favorite day.
Yep.
Tomorrow, Friday, my favorite day. Because it's just like all day. It's like, well, this sucks, but
It'll be over soon.
At least I get to stay up super late
Yeah.
tonight.
I'll be like, man, it's past noon. I could drink more of this coffee. This is nice.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, Friday, best day. Because Saturday, like, here's the other thing about Saturday. Saturday's great. Saturday's fine. Second best day. But people expect you to do shit on Saturday.
Yeah. Mow the yard.
Yeah, you're off work. Now time to do the other
Time to do
thing.
projects.
Do more work. that
Clean,
you don't
yeah.
get paid for.
Right. Which does suck because I'm super tired on Saturdays because I stayed up super late on Friday. It's a vicious cycle. Clearly, the only escape is to quit working.
Yeah. We're going to a birthday party Saturday for a friend of mine's kid.
Yeah.
Cohen's buddies with him. We're going to Atomic City.
I still haven't been to Atomic City. I'll get there eventually.
Here's my problem with that. They have one of those coin pusher machines out there. You know the ones?
Yeah.
I have a problem. A coin pusher problem. You know what those are, right? Right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I've been to Trader's Mall.
I've been to
cannot-
Chuck E. Cheese where they have one there for whatever reason.
Yep.
Well, they have one there too, and it's
Child Casino and Rat Pizza. Yeah.
you earn tickets. It's not quarters.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just coins that are you redeem for tickets. But I love those things. I don't know why they fascinate me. I watch videos of them on TikTok.
Really?
Like I search out the quarter pushers and watch. I could watch quarter pushers for 2 hours. Just people
Really?
knocking over big towers of quarters that people stacked up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, but they've got one of those things. So now I'm probably going to end up spending $20 on a coin pusher. For that gets me nothing. That's me $0.
Man, I completely opposite. I respect you, but man, I hate those fucking coin pushers.
I know they're a fucking total scam. I know they are.
And it's like I had a great moment with Henry when we were at Kenna's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese, where Henry was like, "What's this?" Bullshit. Essentially, I didn't say that, but like the translation was bullshit.
Think about my shirt. Fucking bullshit, son.
And
Be a man.
He was like, "Where do I put my token in?" And I was like, "Right there."
The machine over here.
and he put it in. It fell down. He goes, "Now what?" I said, "That's it.
It's
you lost your
gone."
token."
Lesson learned.
And he was like, "I don't like this." I was like, "I get it. I don't like it either."
They have
Yep.
this.
Welcome to 25% of life.
Yeah.
Let's go.
25%. That's an optimistic
That's a
view.
Very optimistic view. They had this one at Dave and Buster's that was an Angry Birds one.
Yeah.
And you put your quarters in or whatever, and then you get the spins on this little side wheel. And as many spins as you get, this little thing opens up and it starts to build a literal circular tower of quarters.
Oh, I've seen that on.
That sounds
Okay.
kinda
For
neat.
however
Yeah.
many spins you got, however many like levels you got from your spins, that's how tall the quarter tower is.
Okay.
And then it, of course, gets pushed along the bottom just with the others. And at some point, if you can get it far enough forward, it collapses and this just giant mountain of coins goes pouring into the bin. And it was really
That sounds
satisfying
neat.
to watch.
Yeah, that sounds neat. Henry's also like with the Chuck E. Cheese stuff talking about that. Like I remember him being like, "Well, I'm not getting any tickets." I'm like, "I don't know how that works, and we're not going to figure it out because like I was like, look at that stuff on the wall. Yeah,
We'll go to the dollar store and I'll buy you vampire teeth and a Tootsie Roll.
Right? Yeah, it's fine.
For a quarter.
Yeah, it's like, look, we're getting fleeced here, son. Just enjoy yourself. Do all the shit where it's like, do all the rides and stuff. Like, don't worry about all this. Like,
Do the experience ones, not the gambling. Come
yeah,
on.
don't fall into this trap. kid.
Atomic City that's pretty much, it is basically a big Chuck E. Cheese with a go-kart track and a big soft play
Well,
area.
maybe we'll take him out there for his birthday.
It's
'cause
fun.
He'll be vaxxed by then.
It's
so.
fun. Yeah, see, that was my concern about going because he's 5 and I don't want him to be around him, but we're going to have to make him wear his mask.
Yeah.
And I hope they enforce it because I don't want him to get sick and I don't want him to bring it home. And even though we're vaxxed, I don't want him to get anybody else sick. So I don't know what their plans are to vax him, but hopefully soon.
Yeah. I saw a video today, a Wall Street Journal video that's they're saying like between Halloween and Thanksgiving to expect them to be like readily available, like pediatricians and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm hoping Moderna gets theirs out because we were real fans of the Moderna numbers, you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, this was
we'll see.
specifically Pfizer, what I was hearing.
Yeah,
about.
that so far I think Pfizer's the only one.
Yeah.
And if that's
No,
what
no.
it comes down to,
Moderna submitted too.
oh, did they?
Yeah.
Good. I mean, if I was going to say if that's what it come down to, I would suggest to them go get him the Pfizer. But I mean, at his age, the Pfizer, any of them will be enough because he'll already be generating a lot of antibodies and stuff. So.
Yeah.
If you like gambling, give him Johnson & Johnson. Roll, make a quarter tower, knock it over.
Y'all get any Sam's Choice vaccine back there?
Got an,
Members mark?
got
They're made
Equate.
in the same factory.
Equate.
Want an Equate vaccine? You have that? Sir, they're all free. No. I like the off-brand better.
Don't push your bougie shit on me.
It just tastes better.
You own the means of production. I know what's up. You give me the goddamn Equate.
Is there any store brand or generic brand that you legitimately think tastes better than big brand?
Great value.
Great Value.
Great Value
It's like
almost
specifically
100% of the time.
like all of this
Across
stuff.
the board.
Yeah.
I've had a couple of things which don't spring to mind. Like we got a can of Great Value sauerkraut the other day that tasted kind of like garbage.
Yeah. Oh.
It wasn't good.
Well, I was about to ask, like, who's the big name in sauerkraut?
Like
Germans.
Bushes and
Bushes?
Bushes
Like
makes it.
the bean
Vlasic
people?
makes it.
Vlasic, I see. So it doesn't sound like there's a real, like, company that's built themselves on
big crowd.
yeah. I don't think we're allowed to say that.
That gave me pause.
Yeah, I don't think we're allowed to say that.
My God, that reminds me. I saw a TikTok today where this dude said, "Do you want to hear a Nazi knock knock joke?" And the guy said, "No." And the other guy says, "Knock knock." And the guy said, "Who's there?" And he slaps him and says, "Viva asks the questions."
Man, I don't know where I've seen that before, but that's
I think it was like an Office outtakes,
Was
maybe.
it?
Oh, okay. I was about to say it's
okay.
been a long time ago.
I never
that's
heard
The
it.
KGB waits for no one.
Yeah.
I'd never heard it. But no, Great Value, we buy a lot of Great Value brand stuff. And for the most part, it matches right up with the name brand. I don't know. Like yogurt, for example. You know, you got your Yoplait and you got your whatever. They've got a brand, or Great Value has yogurt, and to me, it tastes exactly the same as the other stuff.
Yeah.
And it's a great deal cheaper.
Yeah.
Now, sodas, I'm not going to compromise on. I do love my Dr. Pepper, and I'm not going and buying no damn Dr. Thunder.
That's what I used to drink in high school because, my parents were cheap, and, that's what we had.
Nothing against any. I know people who prefer it. I am not one of them.
I'm not either.
I'm a purist when it comes to that stuff. So
I don't care for the most part, except for s'mores Pop-Tarts. I want name brand s'mores. Like, I think it's a big difference in the knockoffs of s'mores.
The knockoff Pop-Tarts tend to be a little bit funny.
Yeah.
They aren't the same. You are right about that.
I'm very weird about brand stuff because, like, I've told Nikki before, I was like, get the big brand. I mean, they fucking paid a marketing team and a designer to put work in this shit. It's like good for my industry if you buy if you buy the name brand shit. That helps me because what it tells the company is, we'll pay more for this because it looks better as opposed to this thing that is exactly the same, but you didn't spend any money on it to look good. So I don't know. I'm always, not always, but usually I'm kind of like,
I don't know. The generic brands have been ramping up their graphic design game a little bit more than previously.
I remember when I was a kid, they were literally
corn chips. Yeah. It was the white bag with the black letters.
Is this a movie prop?
Is their mascot just the picture of the chip?
Shit you hope your friends don't see you buying because they're going to tease you about it at school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stuff. But no, some of it's really bad still, but the corn chips, for example, they got this nice little design in the font, but it's like, I don't know.
There are also
Put a
things
little more into it
where it's like, I don't even think Tostitos is really trying anymore. You know what I mean? They're just kind of we figured it out in the 90s and we're just going to jam on that for a minute.
I don't know. A good logo.
They do have a good logo.
Lasts forever.
With the
right?
T's being like the people eating out
Yeah.
of the bowl. That is a good logo. It's clever.
What is it they got? College Humor did a series of the CEO of various companies.
Yeah,
And
I've
their
seen
CEO
this.
of Oreo.
Yeah. I think you might have said
we
it today.
made the perfect cookie.
Uh-huh.
I won't tell anyone. Go home. Quit making stupid fucking variations. We nailed it. We got it in one.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice Oreo. Fuck you. Go no. Double stuff. Okay, double stuff. Fine.
I do like a double
Double
stuff.
stuff is
But
good.
you're
Yeah.
done. Go home. Quit.
What do you mean you want to coat it in fudge?
Red velvet Oreo. What the? No.
You know they're making money off that shit. You know they are. They do that small batch, and it's like they're
People
half
are
the
buying them just to. There was a
They're
whole. I
novelty.
saw a whole episode of some fucking show where they eat junk food, and all they did was buy nasty ass Oreos and try them. I mean,
It's the novelty of it,
It
right?
is,
It's like
it
this.
is.
It's like the Kit Kats, right, with the different flavors.
a lot of those Kit Kat flavors are good as fuck, though.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm not a big Oreo guy. I like an Oreo. Okay, we get the store brand Oreos, and they're just fine. Oreos.
What, you don't want to support the Oreo graphic designers? Come on, Dave.
I mean, Yeah,
They're not doing
not
much. It's a clip art of a pumpkin on a regular Oreo bag, or they're not doing.
I had this conversation with Henry because he asked about like why do we have those kinds of Oreos, and I was like, this ties back to my question I asked you. I was like, son, these are better than Oreos. Like this.
You like the store brand Oreos better than name brand.
Yeah,
Oreos.
because the cookie is like actually it's crisper.
Is it?
Like I feel like an Oreo
is a game changer.
I feel like an Oreo is kind of soggy.
That's why I like,
like a
the Oreo
biscuit.
Thins.
Oh,
Oreo Thins
I've
are
never had a
super
Thin.
crispy.
Oh, I'd probably like that. Could you pour milk on it in like a cereal bowl? Are they that crispy?
They're big.
Oh,
they're a regular size Oreo. They're just half the size.
Man, if you only could
half
shrink
the
them.
thickness.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Sometimes like this.
They do make little mini Oreos in a bag that you can.
Oh yeah, you could use those as
probably
cereal.
use as cereal.
Yeah.
Cookie Crisp is bullshit cereal, right? It's never.
Yeah,
it was
I've never
never what I
cared for
wanted.
it.
It was never what I
I
wanted.
still liked it.
Yeah.
But
It didn't scratch the cereal or the cookie itch. For
No.
me.
Yeah, it
just
was a-
kind of
it's a
I know
compromise.
Brendan Hawkins of Legend of Zelda fame. Whenever I'd go over to his
Oh,
house,
the ass eating episode.
yeah. He would take like 3 packs of Pop Tarts and
Yeah.
make them really, really small and
Put 'em in a bowl.
pour
Yeah.
milk, eat them like
Yeah.
cereal.
Wow.
You put butter on a Pop-Tart?
I don't like that. Melissa does. Melissa likes butter on a frosted strawberry Pop Tart in the toaster oven.
I've never done it.
I've never
because
heard
I'm
of that.
I'm afraid that it's gonna like fucking make me super fat.
Yeah, now I'm dead.
Just use I can't believe it's not butter and you'll be fine.
I don't think that's gonna be the same experience.
Different kind of cancer. Diabetes or cancer. Take your pick.
Cancer. I feel like there's more sympathy with cancer, so I'm gonna go with that.
You have stigma or a make a wish. Whichever you want.
I don't know if anyone ever lost their battle with diabetes,
Oh, well, a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people have.
but I don't know if it's ever.
But type 2 diabetes, it's like, well, fine. Everyone takes a Republican stance. You fucking did it, man. Fucking.
My point is that's not losing a battle with diabetes is not a heroic death. Where like I feel like when someone dies of cancer, like well they lost their battle with cancer.
Yeah, yeah.
How's the gout?
So far, I'm fine. I haven't had any soda, so I'm trying that route.
Yeah.
I still need to go get my blood tested, but
Oh, that hasn't happened yet.
no, they just
Okay.
said come in whenever, and then after that, we'll schedule something.
Yeah. My grandmother died of diabetes. Just want to throw that out there.
No, all right, there you go.
I just thought that one might lift everyone's spirits. She was old. It was fine. It was a long time ago. She was great though. I was always worried about her feet. You know, I think we kind of got into that when you
Yeah,
were talking
we
about
did.
the toes.
Because
Yeah.
you were saying you didn't have to pee. And-
Right. Yeah.
I definitely don't. I definitely don't have to
I
pee.
sure don't have to pee. My dad had to used to give her shots and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That was
used
the
to-
way my uncle is.
used to
Or he
weird
is
me the
way my
fuck
uncle
out.
is. He's got a jab every day.
Yeah.
And
It's
all
a real
that
pain in the
stuff.
ass.
Yeah.
and- yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Pain in the ass.
Did you ever give Nikki any shots?
Cum shots. Is that what?
Yeah,
cum
yes,
shots?
thank you. That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
We can go ahead and drop
Plenty.
that there. You win.
Plenty of them. What? Not an inch of that body that has at one point.
Whether on purpose or by accident, I've covered all of it.
Look, we've been together a long time, you know. It just kind of happens.
I
law of
wasn't even
averages.
trying. Yeah.
The law of averages.
It's bound to happen.
But what about Nikki? Did I give her shots?
If you had given her, because I know she had shots like Meg did whenever she was pregnant.
She gave herself those shots. I didn't even ask her. I was like, "Do you want me to?" And like, as I'm asking her the question, she's like, "Bloop, done." Next, go on with my
You
day.
got the needle just shaking your hand. Do you want me to
Yeah,
give you the shot?
it's because the answer is no.
Just yanks
really
it.
don't.
Fucking pussy. Jab.
No, she's real like that. She's real like that. I don't like any of that shit. I don't like hospitals. I don't like any of that shit.
I don't either.
God, and like, ugh, no. Mm-mm. Like when she had her hysterectomy, man. I know that was rough on her, but it was also rough on me. Like just sitting in that hospital, just like, okay, well, she's sleeping. People just dying around me. This is fine.
When you get the random, because every now and then you get that random person in another hotel room, another hospital room, just help me,
Yeah, oh God, I hate it.
help me.
And I poke my head. This person needs help. Where are the people? I don't know.
It's like every fucking horror movie. Halloween is like that. The hospital where they take the girl from the first movie and she's it's empty. There's a killer on the loose and it's empty. There's no one there. I'm like, what the fuck? What are you? It's like a trope in horror movies. The hospital's just not staffed at night, apparently.
Yeah.
Just leave you to your own devices. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Not a fan of the.
I could name.
Well, I'm even more touched that you came to eat with me at work that one time you and Josh came over.
Well, that was in a cafeteria. That's a little bit different. That's like, no one is yelling, help me. Like, that is like truly terrifying because, like, definitely that's definitely happened. And it's like, I'm sure you've witnessed this shit before too.
All the time.
Yeah.
Every once every 3 months when I'm walking the floors, I'll hear somebody doing that.
It sucks. It's like this is going to sound incredibly insensitive, and I'm sorry. It's not like my intention to be insensitive, but it's like whenever I do go to the hospital for an extended period of time, like with somebody, whether it's, Nikki or whomever, it is like a haunted house. Because, it is like you walk every room I walk by. It's like, fuck, I don't know what's in that room. I don't want to look, but I definitely want to look.
People shuffling around in open robes. Yeah.
And it's scary because it's like, I don't want to wind up here.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, I think I'd rather end up being like a bloody stain in Ian's truck than like to wind up here. Unless I got a Switch or something I can play until I die. I guess that'd be okay. Like,
there are way, on the numbers, there are way more people in like home care hospice getting treatment out of their homes than there are in the hospital.
Oh, out of their homes?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be better.
That would be better for sure. That's like way more expensive, right? Or is it, or
Just
not?
whatever your insurance will pay for. Usually, like if you're in, if you're not actively like require a lot of machinery, like it's not too bad,
Man.
Cheaper than a night stay.
Yeah, hospital's expensive for sure. We're still paying off what we owe for a hospital stay that Nikki had like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, we're still paying for that.
Man.
I haven't even begun paying for the procedure Tanya had a couple months ago, and they're already filling up my mailbox with bills. I'm like, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want from me, but
at least
I know exactly what you want from me, but I can't give it to you. So just, you're going to have to wait.
At least hospital debt is like easier to handle than like credit card debt or like stuff like that. Because the way that we've been doing it is just like, here's some money. I know it's not what you asked for, but here's some money. Here's some money. Here's some money.
Well, anymore, they don't wait to send you to the collection agency. They turned over. We already got turned over to the collection agency for
the hospital. Did the hospital turned you over?
It was Tanya had to have a colonoscopy, and my insurance covered most of it, but we still had like $1,500, and I don't have $1,500. Nowhere near it. I can't afford it. I got shit I got to buy.
And a lot of times, then it's still like, all right, then we'll work with you.
I tried
$400 a month.
Exactly. Yeah. I tried to get them to work with me, and they're like, well, you can send us $200 a month. I'm like, what makes you think I've got $200 a month? I know you hear this from everyone. Why do you not have more? Just send what you can, type of thing, and I'll send you. I'll send you $20. I'll send you $100 this month if I've got it. I'm good for it if you just give me the time.
Sure.
They're like, no, if you don't pay us something by a minimum by Friday, we're turning you over to the credit bureau. And they did. So it sits over there now.
Now you got basically nothing. So, okay, hope you're happy.
Right.
Yeah.
They sold that to them. They sold that debt to them for pennies on the dollar.
Oh, yeah, probably $150. It's probably all they got.
And it's like, well, why wouldn't you let me give you $150?
Yep.
And call it even. So the system's fucked like that.
Yeah.
I got turned over for $18.
$18?
$18.
They'll do it. Oh, I've been turned over for less.
A bill I just didn't see.
I
and then
forgot.
I got a collection agency, and I called them like, hey, here's their credit card number. Oh, okay. Like,
forget to pay at Wendy's or something? $18? What the fuck?
Yeah,
wild.
I've had that happen with like a...
Really?
There was a lab bill, and it's usually only like... When she gets her blood drawn at the doctor, I think we get the same bill. It's like $23. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I forgot about it. It fell between the cracks and something. I lost track of it. And they turned it over, and then they're like sending me letters about this $14 or whatever, $24 it was. I'm like, fucking hell. Mm-hmm. It's going to cost you more in paper and envelopes and postage than I owe you if you do this 10 more times.
It's about the principle, though.
Yeah. Pay your fucking bill.
Because after my insurance, whatever's left over, Medicare picks up. Because Jack being underweight and everything like that, he's on Medicare, so they pick him up. Thank God.
Yeah, that's great.
Right.
I'd be bankruptcy 4 times.
Sure,
over.
of course.
So, but I'll get stuff for him all the time and get turned over for him if I happen to miss something, because I'll get something in the mail 6 months later, not know what it is, but they always forget to bill Medicare. So I'll have to call back and see what else do you have on file? Oh, here's his Medicare. Try that. Oh, okay, thank you. Every fucking time. They never check the secondary and they just bill it out and then turn you over.
System's so fucking broken in so many fucking ways.
You guys want to talk about the ignition factor?
The ignition factor. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for that. I meant to send you the instruction manual for the ignition factor. I've got this. I love it when you read things. There is a little bit of an introduction to this video game that's right there on this.
On this flaming page.
Yeah. The instruction manual is just all flames.
It looks like the inside of, and I lost it.
Oops.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it looks like it reminds me of the fire rod house in Final Fantasy VI. Introduction. You feel the heat on the door in front of you. Slipping down your mask, you take a deep breath and kick in the door. Assuming you're still outside. That sounds weird, though. A raging inferno expands before you with a steady diet of adrenaline.
That's not healthy.
Yeah, but that's pretty bad if you have a steady diet of adrenaline.
That's bad.
You rush to the flames
My
looking for
glands are
signs of
sore,
life.
bro. With a steady diet of adrenaline.
A collapsed banister covers an unconscious victim. You move the flaming tinder from a smoke-darkened body and check for life signs. You find a faint but steady pulse and carefully sling the person over your shoulder.
Scorpion's been here.
You rush back through the flames, narrowly escaping a buckling section of floorboard. Just as you reach the door, a section of the ceiling plummets behind you. Escaping into the hallway, you find that the fire has spread to the hallway, blocking your escape. You look to the other end of the hallway, to the window on the second floor. You run to the window as the walls begin to feed on themselves. As you rush back and break through the window, you hope the crew set up the nets on this side of the building like you asked them to. ...
I think that's it.
Because you can choose what side of the entrance to put the fire trucks.
You can. They don't do nets
I
or
don't know
anything.
what it does.
I feel like whoever wrote this copy,
I just saw Backdraft. It was really good. Guys.
Right.
Yes, exactly that.
So that's a big question. I've never seen Backdraft, but I do remember when it was out because I remember, I guess, seeing comedy sketches and stuff about it.
It's basically that,
Yeah, it's this.
pretty much.
And I know my parents loved it because I remember my dad,
It was a good movie.
I mean, he was talking about that movie got to him. He was talking about fighter terminology for a solid week at least. I guess a little short firefighter phase.
It's a good movie. It was in its day when it first came out. Yeah, it was a phenomenon. Ron Howard really he put himself solidly on the map with that movie.
Did he directed it?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
It's one of his early works.
Yeah, I don't. This is a very exciting introduction, because I'm reading it. It's you don't do a lot of this stuff. You do kick down some doors. Mm-hmm. That is possible to do. There's a button, a kick button. Mm-hmm. There's a jump button in this game. But yeah, you don't do things like check bodies for life signs.
Yeah, it's either alive or a mannequin.
Right. Yeah. Which
they'll burst into flames they've been hit with a yoga flame.
Yes,
and then land and then get brought back up.
God.
Just fine.
Yeah. I saw that animation a lot.
It's they don't look like they need rescuing. He's fine. He was on fire, and now he's back up just walking casually.
I want to talk about what this game actually is before we get too deep, because this is kind of a unique game.
I agree.
This is a game about fighting fires, and it's essentially a top-down shooter, but instead of shooting the people, you're shooting fires.
Shooting water on fire.
Shooting water on fires. According to Wikipedia, the ignition factor, known as firefighting in Japan, is a video game for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System published by our good friends
Jalico. This cements this for me that most of what's on the Super NES, a good portion of it that's not Nintendo, is Jalico,
It's Jalico.
and I bet they own Jalico. I still haven't looked it up.
Yeah, I need to look and see what the status
Literally
is of
every
Jalico.
game
Well,
we've
you
played,
didn't know Jalico is an
been-
anagram for Nintendo?
Oh, fuck.
You guys didn't realize that?
Did you guys know that Jalico means Nintendo in Mandarin?
Yeah, it's like every game we've played up to this point has been a Jalico joint. Right?
Yeah, that's what all has been left.
Yeah.
The dregs have been, all these Jalico games. So the game, the Ignition Factor, features firefighters in realistic situations, saving civilians and burning buildings, mining incidents, and industrial accidents. It was released on the Wii Virtual Console in 2011 and Nintendo Switch Online on December 2020, which is why we're talking about it, because it's on Nintendo Switch Online. So, yeah. I think what's the most interesting about this game is I watched Drex stream this game years ago. Or did I? I did not, because I watched him play another Super Nintendo game about firefighting called The Fireman.
Oh, okay.
The PAL game, right?
It's a human entertainment. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a European release, which is a lot like the Ignition Factor, but it's a little more arcadey. I played a little bit of it, and I was really tempted to ask you guys if you wanted to do this episode on both of those games in one, but The Fireman never came out in North America, so fuck it.
Okay.
Yeah, SNES Drunks talks a lot about it when he talks about this game too.
Did he mention
found
which
about
one he
it.
prefers?
The fireman.
Yeah.
It's more actiony and
It is.
faster paced.
It is absolutely more actiony and more fire paced. I played the first level of it, and here's where I dropped off of the fireman. The fire was possessing robots in the building and causing them to attack the
I'm
fireman.
in, baby. I'm in. I'm in.
Okay.
So, and I think that's so it's obvious to me that the Ignition Factor definitely, it feels to me like they looked at the fireman and they were like, you know what? We do those Street Fighter 2 clones. Let's clone that bad boy. The games came out within a year of each other in their respective territories. And the Ignition Factor did come out after. And even, it's weird, man, because when I was playing the Ignition Factor, because I played it first, there are character portraits and stuff. And several of the character portraits, there's a portrait of one of the women that you save. And it's this is giving me her portrait is giving me clock tower vibes. It looks like a clock tower portrait. So it was weird to me to see then, the fireman was done by a human who did clock tower. So it was one of those where it's I feel like there's definitely a connection here. And so, and I don't know if did you guys play a lot of the Ignition Factor? Or?
Well, here's the thing. I just spoilers. I actually really enjoyed this game.
I did too.
It was fun.
I enjoyed it too.
I had a couple of bugaboos that we'll get into later. But the problem is I didn't play a lot of it because it was very hard. I had a hard time finding my way around in the burning buildings.
Hardly enough time.
You don't get enough time, and I think given another minute or two, I cleared the office building one, and I was working on. This is the first game in this list that I didn't give up on. I wanted to keep trying because I kept thinking this is within reach. I can do this. but I never did. I never did get the warehouse or the factory or whatever. And then get through that one because I kept running out of time.
The fabric factory where with all the mannequins.
No,
and stuff?
I did that one.
Oh, okay.
I got through that one. That was the only one I was ever able to clear. It was the other one that you get when you first start the game.
Oh, that first level. There is
choose between the two, and
yes.
I did both, but I beat the fabric factory, and the other one I could not get through.
Dude, they start you out hard because that factory is fucking rough because it's like you're trying to get your bearings, and I feel like it's a hard level to get your bearings on. And I know Tyler
it really is.
Like you hopped in the stream, and I was like, man, this game is fucking hard because it's like, and it is. I feel like the learning curve on this game. I feel like once I got near the end of the stream, which is I keep those at 3 hours. Once I got there, it was like, oh, okay, I kind of know how to play this game now. It took me a couple hours to get there, but now that I know how to play this game, I want to finish it. And I did. I finished it off stream. I played it over like the next couple days.
I've heard it has a great, hilarious ending.
Dude, yeah, the ending is fucking wild. The story itself is fucking wild. And like this blew my mind, like, because I posted some screenshots of the story on Discord, like essentially as I was playing it, because I couldn't fucking believe it. You're like, at one point, a rookie joins the fireman crew. And his name is Nikos. And like everyone's going fucking wild for Nikos. And like this is like the level of like how bizarre the dialogue is in this game. Like the fire team, it's like, it's Nikos. I can't believe it. It's Nikos from video games. You know, Nikos from video games. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? And Nikos is like the Fonz. He's like, hey.
Oh, shit.
And then, like, so I'm playing the game. I do a couple more missions. And then, like, there's like these are like interstitials between levels. And then, so I'm about to play a new mission. And then all of a sudden, the chief shows up. And he's like, I have some bad news for you. Nikos is dead. And it's like, what?
Okay.
Nikos.
Oh, little Sebastian.
I've got so like this is where I've realized that this game is absolutely fucking batshit crazy as far as the story goes. Because like the chief is like, I saved all of these screenshots because I was like, I have to document this. The chief is like, I have to tell you some bad news. Nikos died this morning. Captain, I can't believe it. I know, you're hurt, but don't let it affect your job. It's partly my fault. Idiot! A random guy just shows up and says idiot. Dwight Schrutes it. Jeff! You can't do anything about it. This is a war zone. Losses. Losses. That's it. I can't believe I'm saying this. Is this really in the script? Yeah, it is, Jeff. Look, Joe's doing what he can. Writing text for a story already isn't very easy. Ask Woody Allen. Jeff, just go on with your lines. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, wow.
That's the interstitial. And it's like, it's on the cusp of like...
a cameo from Deadpool.
It's like, are you trying to be meta or are you just lazy? I don't know. I do not know. I don't know the answer to that.
Maybe they didn't like their job and they're just like, fuck this place. I'm going to make it funny.
It's fucking wild because it's like, especially like you consider that intro that you read. That's all just like on a steady diet of adrenaline. We're saving lives. The floor's buckling beneath our feet. And then this guy is like, blah, blah, blah. These are my lines.
Idiot.
Jeff.
Jefe.
So yeah, it's weird. And it's because like, and the gameplay doesn't reflect this at all.
No, it doesn't. I mean,
Except for all the people you think you're saving that, oh no, it's a mannequin.
A fire breaks out in a mannequin factory, a storage assembly.
That one got me, and the only reason I was I was having fun with it, but the only reason I was bound and determined to at least clear the level is because that one bitch I found says, I'm not going anywhere without Jan. And I'm like,
Anne.
Or Anne.
I think. Right, yeah.
I'm like, bitch, The fucking you're surrounded.
The door's
by
right there.
Fire.
You're the closest one.
You get out, I'll get in.
Get out. I'll get in. Nope, that's not working. I'm sitting right here. And
Yeah.
turns out she'd be fine.
Yeah.
But I had to find Anne.
Yeah, and she's on another
On
floor.
the lower floor. And I didn't know that. And the fire was getting bad, and it, like
it
when you
gets
walk
worse.
into it does. It gets
Which is
progressively
cool.
worse.
I like that. There's
I
even
do
a little
too.
on the heads-up display. There's like a fire
percentage,
symbol, and then
to
a percentage.
show,
Yeah,
like how much of the building is burned.
Yeah, that's cool. I
It
like
is
that.
a good thing. But you can also, when you walk into a room, if you don't remember to pull your trigger or whatever to see how bad the fire is in there,
Yeah, you'll just burn up.
you walk into the fire because
Yeah.
it doesn't. The ceiling doesn't clear immediately after you
yeah, you
cross
can't
the
see to
threshold
the
of
ceiling.
door.
Yeah.
And it had to be something to do with the programming or the design that was necessary, which is why they give you the button that clears the ceiling so you can see how bad it is. I just always forgot to
Jeff,
do
press
that.
your God
Same.
vision button.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Blah blah blah.
But my
I could not
favorite...
believe it. I could not believe it. And I'm sorry. I'm super sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
But what is also wild is, okay, so I played this game on, this is a big interrupt. Really sorry. Wow. I was playing this on actual hardware for stream, and then I was like, well, I still want to play some of this, so I switched over to the Nintendo Switch. I'm like, I'm going to play this in bed. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a password. Because it's like I can't carry over my save for my Super Nintendo. So I'm just going to find the password for the level that I'm on. I'm going to play it. So I do that. And then I'm like, well, last night I was like, I want to finish playing this, but I feel like playing it on the CRT. So I'm going to get back on the Super Nintendo. So in order to do that, I use another password to get to the point in the game. And this is what blew my fucking mind. I think this game has a divergent narrative, because when I put the password in and played last night on the Super Nintendo, Nikos was alive, but
shit.
Betty was dead, and it's like, what? How did this happen? Like,
Oh, all right.
so that was
Shit,
that
so
was
it can change.
wild to me. So it's like, what changed it? I have no idea.
How do I save Nikos?
Yeah, right. Nikos
These Nikos from video games.
from video games,
Hey.
and
It's a choose your own adventure, I guess, in a way.
and I did- I'm-
well, it probably depends on what you do in the game.
I'm sure it probably does. Like, I mean, like in the very big, like one of the first levels you can choose from two, the factory and then the mannequin house. Like in the factory, like Betty's super burned up. Like I was playing and it's like, I don't know what I'm fucking doing. And it's like, I'm just trying to save all these survivors because there's time limits on them. You can open up a map and,
which I could not read.
no,
I couldn't read the map. I couldn't make sense of it for some reason. I don't know why.
yeah, well, it's not very helpful because it's just a grid essentially.
Yeah.
It's not like a floor plan. It's
Right.
just like this person is in coordinate A2. We're not going to tell you how to navigate the maze to get to them.
Exactly. And
But-
that big factory was a maze because you had the upper level and the
On,
lower
like, fucking
level.
catwalks. Yeah.
And you could get into a dead end super easy and as fast as you walk, which isn't fast. And I stopped running because I kept just running into
Dude,
fire. It's
so much I
hard
ran
to
into
control the running.
Bad controls for the running.
So you're like limping along, and then not to mention the fact if you've got too much gear, it weighs you down.
Which
so
I think
you
is
can't
cool.
Run. I do too. I like the dynamic, but it
Yeah.
also it's a real handicap.
It is, but also here's what I kind of found. Like later on in the game, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I burned myself so much just running around, just load it up. Because at the beginning of each mission, you're given the option. They're like, okay, here are all the tools. Just bring what you want. You can only equip 2 things at a time, but you can carry as much as you can carry. So it's like you have your regular fire extinguisher, which is essentially a hose.
Yeah.
The sprite is ridiculous because it's like when you're walking around on the map, you're carrying like a big fireman's hose.
Right, like you're tethered to a fucking truck or
truck.
something. Yeah.
But it's like, and I get why they did this because it would have been like crazy to do.
No,
like,
yeah.
but it's like it just cuts off. Like you're holding the hose, but really, like in reality, it would be like you're holding like 3 feet of the hose.
It's
Yeah,
my
it's
ethereal
implied.
hose. So it goes
Right.
from here to 2 feet behind me into the ethereal plane that then extends out to the outside of the fire truck.
Those idiots didn't spring for the plane of water hose. Idiot.
Blah, blah, blah.
well, and the water hose is the only thing that replenishes itself.
Which I didn't know. That killed a level for me.
Oh.
So I just walked around with my chemical extinguisher, like I'm putting out regular fires, and it was out.
Yeah, don't do that.
And it didn't come back.
You,
And
you got to talk to
over.
another firefighter to re-up.
Right.
Which is nice
neat.
to be able to get it
Yeah,
back.
because
so
if you find that firefighter, they'll replenish your shit
And
once, I think.
Yeah, and usually the chemical fire or the electrical fire will be around an objective, like a computer that you want to get data backed up off of.
And they're a different color. Like electrical fires are blue, and
the
chemical
blue
fires.
extinguisher puts that out, and
Yep.
the chemicals are green.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the green extinguisher puts those out. And if you don't have a green extinguisher, if you didn't pack one, you're fucked.
you can't do that part of it. Yeah.
But what I do think is interesting design is if you do find that firefighter on the level who will replenish you,
He'll sell
he
you
will
one.
usually have
Yep.
one for you. So you can pick it up.
That's convenient.
Yeah.
There's a rope, which I never figured out how that worked.
Dude, the rope, I figured out how the rope worked on fucking accident because, like, you played the mannequin level. Do you remember the dude? There's a dude on, like, plate glass. And
Yeah.
he's like cowering.
Oh, you use it there?
You use a rope
Because you
there.
fall through. Otherwise, if you step out onto the glass to save him, you fall through
You
the
fall
glass.
through
You
the-
both fall through the
Yeah.
glass, and that guy's dead.
He's gone.
You did not save him.
Vaporized.
Yeah.
So I
Because fire won't kill
Only
them.
firemen respawn, idiot.
But glass, falling through glass, dead.
I will. I'm ashamed to tell you that I do know that fire will kill them. It's just very slowly.
Oh, okay.
Because like they're like, if you check the map, like they all start out. All the victims like start out as blue dots. And as they take damage, they go to
turn
green, yellow,
red.
orange, red. So you can
Okay.
prioritize which
I
ones
did
to
not
save first.
Get that.
And this is why I like this game. I like this game because it is so fucking complex.
It is.
I mean, it is like they were. I feel like they were really trying to make this like a real time strategy kind of game.
Yeah,
because-
decide who to get to first or how you're going to approach it. It's different every time.
Yeah, and then you have to figure out like, okay, so back to the guy who's like the victim who's cowering on the plate glass on the second floor or whatever.
Yeah, because the skylights on the first floor that look up into the second floor.
Right.
That's a super
Yeah,
common thing.
right. How else are you going to check on the mannequins up there? So like he's like in like a fetal position on the skylight, and it's like, man, Ian, I'm telling you, dude, I played that level on like original hardware. No like rewind, no save state. I played that level so many fucking times
did too.
because of that guy. I could not figure out how to get to him because the first time I was like, well, I'll just walk up and save him.
And then you
and
fell
then I
through the
fall through the
fucking glass.
skylight and he dies.
Pause real quick.
Sure, yeah, you got it.
I did not save state in this game at all. I did not rewind.
Fist bump. Respect.
I wanted
Nice.
to do it
legit.
Man. Now, I will say there
Yeah.
were a couple of times. I won't say I lied a little bit. I did do it once or twice where I idiotically walked into some fire accidentally. Like,
Yeah.
I might have done that once or twice, but for the stuff like falling through the glass or, whatever, I did not save state.
Is that a testament to you enjoying this
It
game?
is.
That was
I gave a shit about this game.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is one of the better ones we've played from this little
recently.
collection.
Yeah, for sure.
And it actually had me wanting to play it right and more. I gave this I was not very good at it.
I
But
wasn't.
it was fun.
Here's what's wild is like I feel like once I got my bearings, once I got like 3 hours in and got through those first two stages in the first level, everything else took me 2 tries to finish.
Okay.
So it was like it got way easier, and I think that's just because the game didn't do a good job of scaling the difficulty with how much it taught me in those beginning stages.
Similar to what Tyler was saying about that one game you were playing with Kenna, that it starts off like super fucking hard. Wasn't that
Final
it?
Fantasy IV?
Well, there was one he recently talked about. He says like the first boss was like super fucking difficult, but then after
Celeste.
that, Celeste.
Oh, Celeste.
After that, it was okay. It was manageable.
Yeah.
So like they like testing you at the beginning. That's what I feel like this one did.
It's a real
'Cause
trial by
I failed.
fire.
Oh.
Hey-o. I failed the test, but I didn't mind. It
too.
was fun. It was fun playing that game. And so anyway, Skylight Guy.
Skylight guy. So yeah, the first time I walk out to try to save him, pick him up, we both fall through the skylight. So it's like, fuck. And like the margin of error on these missions are very thin because it's like one person dies, you fail the mission.
Right, because you have only so many. There's the exact number that you have to save.
And what I thought was really funny is like the chief, The chief is straight up like when we're about to do the mission, the chief's like, yeah, there are 8 people in there. You can save 5.
We need you to save at least 5.
Good average.
Yeah. Also, the chief says
More than half.
if you ask, like, if you're, because like when you're on the menu where you can check the map for the mission and stuff like that, he says some fucking gibberish, dude. I do not know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, all of a sudden, and he'll say this every time. He'll say, a castle can be pushed together. But I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's like, what? What is this dialogue?
Well, and sometimes it's hints. But that stuff didn't make sense at all. I was asking chat. I was like, is castle like a firefighter term that I'm not familiar with? Like, is it like when you maybe push 2 fire trucks together and like make a castle out of ladders or something? What is it? And we couldn't come up with anything. The guy on the skylight. Yeah.
So we fall to the glass. I'm like, fuck. All right, got to start this level over again. Start the level over again. I'm like, I know. One of the items is a pole. And the pole, let's use like D&D 10-foot pole style where it's like you just like tap the floor in front of you to see if it's safe to walk on. I don't know why I was like, well, maybe the guy will grab onto the pole and I can pull him to safety. No, it just breaks the glass and he just falls to his death.
But why?
Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, okay.
He only said 5 out of 8.
On that one, he's like, you got to save all 6, bud. So that sucks.
So you use the rope.
The rope. I'm like, well, fuck. What else can I use? The CO2 bomb? Probably not.
I love the CO2
bomb. Is fucking amazing because it's just a grenade you use on fire.
Yeah, it clears like 8 tiles of any level of fire. Like even if it's the full blown, because the fire's in like little fire. Then a little bit
stage
bigger,
2 fire,
stage 3 fire,
yeah, and they combine.
Even if it looks like Howl's Moving Castle Flame.
Yeah. Then there's the burning bush size.
That's right.
You've got the big one, but that CO2 bomb, baby.
God, I love that fucking thing. You only get 5 of them, and I go through them fast because, of course, you do because they're fucking awesome.
They're fucking great.
So the rope, I'm like, fine, okay, pole didn't work. I just killed that man. Rope. Got to do something with the rope because I know the CO2 bomb's not going to do the trick.
Right.
I have a feeling the oxygen tank isn't going to do the trick either. Got to be the rope. So I got the rope. I get up to him. It's a trek to him, by the way. You got to fight a fucking raging inferno to get to him to begin with. So I'm like, okay, I got the rope now, and I try to use it, and it's like you just kind of throw the rope straight ahead. Like imagine
throwing a rope straight ahead.
Yeah, just imagine doing that. Michael Keaton Batman, when you fire the grappling gun, the rope essentially works like that. So I throw the rope and fucking nothing happens. It's like, God, I don't know what to do. Like he didn't grab the rope or anything. So I move around to the other side and throw it. Works there. The way it has to have something to attach to. It's video game logic. If there's a wall, it's like it works like Spider-Man's thwip. If there's a wall it can attach to, it sticks. And what happened was, this was like a fluke. I mean, this was like a total fluke. I used it in the right spot. And then, once again, like Mallrats, fly, fat man, fly. You like do this move where you fucking swing across the skylight and grab the guy as you go across. It's like the only time you do it in the game.
Yeah. One of the other... So what did the oxygen tank do?
So the oxygen tank, there are so a lot of
gas levels.
Yes,
right?
Yes, gas levels. A lot of the levels in the game are burning buildings, but there are 2 levels in the game that are like collapsed mines.
I see. Okay, so that would not have been necessary in either of the first 2 levels.
No.
Okay.
No. You use the oxygen tank in those mine levels, and it kind of like just depletes as you wander the mines looking for victims. You've got this percentage of your oxygen, and if it gets to 0, you dead. Mm-hmm. If you find the replenishing friendly fireman, he will replenish your oxygen. But outside of that, you just kind of got to do it fast. There's C4 also, which is I guess probably the last one. C4 can be used specifically in the mines and also in like some of the buildings. You can destroy thin walls in the mines to like move across to like, I wouldn't say hidden areas, but like there are like areas where there are victims like that are all, in order to get to them, you have to blow the
a
wall
hole
up.
in the wall or something.
You can also use the C4 to like, you can place the C4 on a gas vent, blow up that vent, and now your oxygen level depletes slower. So it's like there are a lot of systems in this game that are like, wow, that's neat that they fucking thought to do that.
They did. You could tell they put a lot of thought into this game, and like the old man downstairs in the one building that's in the water, like across the water that's too hot. You got to shoot it with your hose to cool the water down to 100 degrees or whatever it is, so he can get across it. But then he's injured, and he's like, "I need first aid." It's like, "Fuck! Of course I didn't bring a first aid kit. I didn't think I would need it."
You have to get it.
Some other person gives it to you.
You
right
get
on
it
that
at the
stage.
beginning of the stage, or you can get it from one of the firemen that replenish if he happens to have one on.
A victim has it too. One of the other victims in that tower
That's
has
right.
it.
You rescue the one woman, and she gives you the first aid kit. That's right. I forgot about that.
So, and
Here's the first aid kit. Let that bitch die at the start. Fuck her. Ann and I hate her anyway.
we're not real friends.
Yeah, we're not really friends. I don't know why she's so clingy.
But I love that you bring up the fact that you have to find that first aid kit in order to heal that guy who crosses the water, because Zalnop said this late in the stream and he nailed it. This is a game that's all about routing. It
really is.
And he and I were talking about it last night too, where it's like, I told him, I was like, dude, this feels like a top-down Metroidvania or a Metroid game, but this is palatable to me because the maps are small and they're not interconnected. It's like each mission is its own little bite-sized piece. In a lot of ways, it's almost like a I don't want to say mobile game, but in a lot of ways, it's kind of like a mobile game, because it's like you can do a mission in 15 minutes.
Can you imagine if you take your axe to every section of the wall to see if it's a fake section that you hollow out like in Metroid and get behind?
The axe.
You have to walk behind.
I forgot about the axe. The axe is another weapon that you can load out with, and you can use it to chop down doors, or you can just kick those doors down, I found out, and save yourself an inventory slot.
Unless you're carrying too much inventory, and then they won't let you kick.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
You can't run. At one point, you can't run, and then like with so much in your inventory, and then even more than that,
you get super encumbered.
You cannot kick.
I didn't realize that,
and that's when you need the axe, because then you can use it in lieu of a kick. You have to equip it. You can only equip it, you can't equip it and a rope.
I'm going to tell you another time that you need the axe. You guys are going to love this.
To kill Anne.
To kill monsters that are in the DM headquarters. Yes, that's right. From the Peacekeepers. There's a bonus stage.
Oh, wow.
There that you go into. Yeah, they're like, man, you know what's awesome? The Peacekeepers. Let's make a stage
funny.
that is
I like that.
The enemy's headquarters. And it's like the chief is like, okay, we got to get these documents. So it's like you're going in I guess you set the fire.
I know who killed Nikos.
Right? Man, that'd be great. So there are these like Sahagan looking things that come out of tubes, which were probably in the Peacekeepers. I can't remember. And yeah, you fight them with an axe. Like that's
dude, that is really cool.
You can also use the C4.
That.
Like you can kite them and like drop C4 and run. And when they run over it and explode, it'll kill them.
That's super cool.
It's neat. It's a hard fucking level.
You say it's a bonus level or it's an actual...
It's a bonus level
thing. Yeah. Oh, okay, cool.
I got to it with a password, but I don't know if this is true, I read that if you finish the game, if you get the ending with like a high enough score, you can just go to it. I did not. When I finished the game, it was just like, game over.
I won. This is one that I think I'm going to put in my active roster to get back. I'm going to use some passwords because I just want to see some of the other levels. Yeah. I don't think I can do, the legit get through it thing.
I think you can, because this is a short game. There are only 3 levels. That first level has 2 stages. The second level has 3 and the third level has 3. That's it.
Okay. I'll put it back on. I'm going to keep it on the list to play because I enjoyed it enough to do that. And I'm with you on that whole, they put a lot of thought into this, and the system is complicated, but it's not terribly complicated. You figure it out fairly quickly. My favorite thing that they thought of, and I do wish, like we said, Tyler, that there was more time. I could have used a cup. I was in a position where one more minute
Give me a
it.
difficulty
Yeah.
setting where you have more time.
I would love that if there was more time, because they really put it to you. You've got to do it by the book.
Yep.
If you're going to get out of there, and I think that's
Got to do the cooking by the book.
one of those bugaboos that I had about it. But one of the favorite features for me was use the hoses.
The fire trucks.
God, I love that. So I love that that's an option.
And they even had
because
this little
were-
cutscene where it's
Yes.
like, use the hoses.
Is that like Streets of Rage when you call for the police support for the bazookas?
Kind of, yeah.
What it does is, like, when you hit it, it's in your inventory, and there's 3 of them per level.
That's okay. I saw those, but I had no idea
You
how to
hit
use
that,
them.
and it says use the hoses, and what that does is
It's a
it
screen clear.
reduces the fire
Yeah.
down to a bare minimum. Like if you're walking into a room that is like you've taken a couple of extra seconds too long upstairs, and you go downstairs and there's a room that's been burning this whole time, it's just solid flame.
Yeah, you're in trouble. You're going to have a bad time.
Use the hoses, and then most of that will be gone, and it reduces the amount of damage on the building, the percentage or whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you more time, but it keeps you from having to fight through a really, really heavily fire-covered area with your hose that you have to stop and recharge every 5 seconds,
Yeah.
you know? So the only other thing that I had that was kind of a complaint, and it wasn't really because I understand why they did what they did, was that fucking alarm that just runs constantly in the background. It's a fire alarm.
Yeah. It's kind of low, though, right?
It is. I had headphones on, and
I see.
I could hear it really, really well. I understand you're in a burning building. The
Right.
fire alarm's going to be going off. So for an atmospheric effect, I understood it.
Sure. But Ian.
10
But you don't want to
minutes.
play Zelda with the heart noise going.
You mean
Yeah.
like I play Zelda because I'm bad at them? It's
Yeah.
just constantly
God.
ring, ring, ring. God, man.
It just
Fuck
sort
this.
of, I have a thing about like irritating, repeating noises
Yeah.
anyway, but that eventually it sort of droned out.
You need to do a TikTok of like Dumb and Dumber. Hey, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? And then he opens his mouth and you just loop the fire alarm from
From
the
10
ignition
minutes.
factor. Yeah, for 10 minutes. But Ian, if they didn't have the alarm blaring the whole time, how would they cover up the fact that there's no music in this video game?
Well, that was my next point, was the fact that, you know, when you first start a level, it plays that pum 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 pum, and I'm
In
like,
like
yeah, this is
3
kind of
seconds.
jamming, and then it goes away. It's
then,
like you had a good start. You could have finished that track.
And they kick it off with a guy going, turn it up?
No,
burn
he's-
it up?
he's
What?
saying-
It's like, I
no,
can't
he's saying,
understand
Burn
let's
that.
it
go. He's saying, he's
not-
saying get going.
Let's go. Burn it up.
Not to me, he's not. Like, you know, it was one of those where it's like, what the fuck? Like, they just failed on, like, this voice modulation. Because, I mean, it is like,
Or hurry up. It was hurry up.
I'm sure that you're
certain
right.
it was
I
hurry
think it
up.
was. Burn it up.
I'm pretty sure it was burning up.
Pretty sure. Burn it up.
It had a super heavy echo on it. But
Yeah.
yeah, and then they
Yeah.
have this really like jamming fucking track that starts, and you're like, oh, this is gonna be some good music. And then it stops.
Yeah.
Just for the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck, I would have liked some music.
I think there's a sound test in the game. This is not an exaggeration. I think there are literally 3 songs in the game. And maybe their decision was, hey, we only have 4 measures of this song. Do we loop it for 8 minutes? Or do
I figured
we...
it was just ambiance. Like we wanted them to be in there, hearing the roar of the flames,
Yeah.
hearing the alarms go off.
And I
let
think
them
that
be in it.
tracks with like the thing you read,
Yeah.
the story from the beginning. I agree that they're creating an atmosphere.
And we'll
here.
save money.
And it's
By
convenient,
not having a
right?
composer.
Yeah, it's
And
it's convenient. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I do think they sort of gypped us on the music side of things.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I thought the sound effects were good. The fire sounded cool, and just the general overall sounds I was fine with. It was the lack of music that kind of bothered me a little bit.
I like the art.
It was good art.
I thought the art was good. I mean,
I thought the first level was a little bit confusing. Like I didn't realize
Dude.
those were doors.
yeah, the first level, here's a challenge to you and to anybody listening. I want you to look at a screenshot of the first level of the ignition factor and compare it to a screenshot of Operation Logic Bomb. And you'll be like, oh man, these look kind of identical. They just changed the color palette just
similar.
a little bit.
The way the doors open in the steel mill.
The doors,
Yeah.
the caution stripes. Like, I mean, I did look at screenshots and I'm like, yeah, they just used the same tile sets and they just recolored them a little bit, which, hey, I get it.
Use what you got.
I get it. Yeah, why waste those assets that you created? But because I did not like Operation Logic Bomb, it gave me like a bad.
Yeah, well, and just
taste.
like with that, it just sometimes it was hard to tell where you were going.
Everything looks the same.
What you could like in the steel mill, what you can walk under and what you couldn't.
Yeah. And fire will just be hiding
fire just
under
be
stairs, and you
there.
don't see it.
Nope,
because it's your view is obscured by by the stairs.
There were, like I said, just a few little bugaboos like that really didn't take away from my desire to play or my enjoyment of the game. It was just frustrations more than anything.
They're warts.
Yeah,
they're warts, and it's weird. I ended up loving this game despite its flaws, and I can recognize those flaws, but I liked it a lot. I mean, I thought it was surprisingly good.
It was pretty fresh, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't play Fireman.
Yeah.
But, I thought it was fresh. I liked the concept.
I love the concept of this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I struggle with the controls.
The controls are not
so much.
They're not
they're
great, especially
tough.
the running.
The running was terrible. I killed myself bumping into flames.
Sure.
Like, till my health
A
was
lot.
gone.
Yeah,
And that
it
reminded me of
happens.
Star Tropics because it's like it kind of felt like, you know how like Zelda has like you like locked into a grid, like classic Zelda games where but like Star Tropics is kind of like you're not locked into a grid. It's still top down, but you can go wherever you want to. I felt those vibes in the Ignition Factor because like there will be a perfect row of like fire, like
frustrated me.
And you can't line up.
You can't line it up.
Yes,
You
I
can't
know
lock
exactly what you
into
mean.
it.
The door that is not working, but it's open enough that you should be able to get through it.
Right. Yeah.
There was that's like that Operation Logic Bomb again. They had that one where you had to fire
the gun.
into
Yeah.
the gap.
Your geometry
you could
rifle.
clearly get in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you that the controls were a little bit tough to manage.
I fell into the molten iron, molten steel.
I did it on
and-
purpose. Because, that catwalk
I
collapses.
just wasn't paying attention, just like, oh, okay.
The guy, like, because there's a guy up there, and he's like, be
Don't
careful
fall
about the
into
molten steel. I was like, you're not my dad. Jump. Oh, fuck, I died. That really killed me.
That was funny. Oh fuck, there was something else I was going to say.
Yeah, the Terminator thumbs up. Right.
God, what if they had done that? That would have been. I don't think. When did this one come out?
94. I think is when
don't
this
think
came
they
out.
would've
Was
had
this
that.
94?
Maybe they.
I'm
would
pretty
have.
sure whenever I was playing it today, I tried to take note of it. I thought it was 94.
Oh, I was gonna say.
You're right. No, it came out in 95, I guess, for North America, 94 for Japan. I don't know why I thought it was earlier than that.
I was just gonna say I would love to see like an indie remake of this game with modern controls, modern
Yep.
graphics and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well-
Even in the style of like Animal Royale, in that style, because it's
Okay.
sort of kind of the same thing. Like when you walk up to a house, the roof vanishes so you can
Right,
see inside
right,
of it. and
yeah.
that sort of thing. I think a Fog of War engine
Yes.
version of this game.
Yes.
If someone could develop that would be really. I would definitely play it because I enjoyed. Is this a genre in and of itself? I mean, I know is it just a top-down
Top-down
shooter,
shooter would be, I guess, the closest to like.
but the fire aspect and the rescuing
Adventure?
of people and the things in that nature made this seem really fresh to me.
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it.
And it is like there are moments where it's like it totally reminded me of like Link's Awakening. Hold on, well, just stay with me because it's like there are things that are hidden under flames. Like
Yes.
one of my favorite levels is called Dino Park. And it is a dinosaur. It's a natural museum of natural history, and it's like you go through it, and there's a section.
The world's
where,
only 2,000 years old, Dave, but go ahead.
Right, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. There is like the section where you know how museums will have or at least in Animal Crossing. I don't know if real museums have it, but it's like go to each of these 9 stamp stations and get your
Right.
stamp.
Yeah.
They've got that in this level, and there is someone who's like one of the victims tells you there's someone trapped on the river ride, and you have to get them, but you'll need a ticket. So it's like you have to win a ticket by going to each of the stamp stations instead of like, I don't know, being a fireman and like breaking through
that
there, right,
shit
with
down with your axe. Yeah.
So
Where do we live? Video game world. Where
Right,
else? You
right.
know where we live.
you know,
You know Nikos from video games.
Nikos has brought the plague upon us. So yeah, you have to go from like each stamp station, but some of them are hidden, and it gave me that like Link to the Past, Link's Awakening vibes, where you take the sword and just cut grass. Like it gave me, or even Animal Royale, where it's like there's shit sometimes just hidden under the flames. And if you like, so it became this like satisfying, like scratch and itch kind of thing because it's like, what's under this flame? And usually it's fucking nothing. But
It's a mannequin that looks like a person in the flames.
Well, and then you put, on that one, you put the fire out, and then suddenly a guy falls out, and he's like, oh, I'm like, how did I not see this motherfucker? Was he standing perfectly still?
yeah, it's Dwight in a wig. Actually, I say Dwight, but like that guy totally looks like Jerry Gergich. He's like they use the same sprite when
Jerry,
the guys.
get out of the fire.
Right.
Oh, sorry.
Jerry, cross that water. It's not that hot.
Burn the building down.
Because like he does, you get him across it and he just
That
trips.
man has the biggest penis
You're
I've
right.
ever seen in my life.
Holy shit.
But yeah, so you get on the fucking cruise and like there's a jump button in this game, and much like saving that guy on the fucking skylight and the mannequin house, the ride is essentially Jurassic Park for the Sega Genesis, where Alan Grant is riding that yellow fucking inflatable raft thing. It's that, but but it's super short. You go a little bit and then it stops and you get out. It does this all automatically, and there's a victim there. You go and save the victim. But when you go to walk back into the raft, nope, you fall in the water and you die. You have to use the jump button. So it's like, it's one of those like, gotcha. You're gonna have to restart this level and play it all over.
You're gonna drown in waist deep water.
Right. There's another segment in that level where like there is a victim on the map, and you go there, and then it's like this worker, and he's like standing on top of this like big square floor piece, this fossil floor piece, which has got like stone and like like a fossil of like an Allosaurus or something. And so you get there and he's like, all right, put out these fires while I carry this shit out. And it's like, how about you just get out instead of slowly, laboriously picking up one tile of the fossil and then carrying it out super slowly. And what you have to do is like, as he's doing this, fire is surrounding.
It's an escort mission.
It's an escort mission. And you have to like put out the fire for him to get out. And he won't wait. He'll just be like an idiot video game AI, and it's like, well, he hasn't put this fire out yet. I'll show him a lesson, and he'll just like carry this fossil right into it.
Sure wish I wasn't burning up.
Right?
Man, sure be nice someone would have done something about that.
So he'll die, respawn, and come back.
It's my dad as a firefighter just being real passive aggressive. Well, man, somebody should have put out this fire if they weren't too busy playing video games, having to save.
So there is that, and like he'll block your shot too, because it's like if he's walking to the right and there's a fire, if you're on the left of him and there's fire to his right, God no, man, because you can't shoot your water through him.
Sounds
He
like
blocks it.
CO2 bombs would have come in real handy for that mission.
CO2 bombs, I know from experience, will kill victims.
Are you serious? Oh no, I didn't know.
Because I like the first time I used it, man, I rushed into a kitchen and like it's fucking erupting in flames, and it's like there's a woman there in the middle, and it's like fuck, those flames are gonna get her, and I just threw that grenade right in the middle, and then she died. Yeah, she died.
Don't worry, ma'am. Quick and painless.
Don't want to die. Don't want to die a slow death by flame. I got you covered. And they'll also
We'll
hurt
suffocate you instead.
So yeah, it's full of shit like that. It's full of like gotcha moments, and you don't have to like it,
No, but
but
I liked it.
I liked it. And a lot of it liking it's because, well, I died. It'll take me 8 minutes to get back to where I just was, kind of deal. Like if it was like an issue where it's like, fuck, I just lost an hour. No,
That would be a
fuck
game,
this.
a
No.
game breaker. Yeah. No more.
Did you guys Go ahead.
You mentioned the ending earlier. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I just heard it was hilarious.
You essentially like
it was in SNES Drunk's top 5 video game endings or some shit.
It's just more, honestly, it's just more like, hey, it's Nikos from video games. Like at the end of every level, here's what I challenge you to do, listener. Play the game. It's great. Get to the ending. Or just look it up on YouTube. Because it's going to do a much better job than I can. But like at the end of every level, you are essentially interviewed by the news. Like there's a video, there's like a camera.
There's like a big crowd around.
Yeah.
The guy I rescued from the hot water came out and gave me back the first aid kit.
Yeah, because like the people from there will be like,
or you get a bonus. You get a bonus for having given him first aid.
Right.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, hey, thanks for saving my engagement ring.
Right.
And so for everyone that does that, you get bonus points. Which I got to be honest, was like, I don't really give a shit about that until I started leveling up. And I was like, holy shit, there's a fucking experience system in this game. There is. I got to like a point where it's like someone returned. They're like, hey, man, thanks for saving my engagement ring. Bring! You do this fucking like Mario jump. And like there's this spiky word balloon that says level up. And it's like, you have more health now. And then it happened again later, and it's like you can carry one more item without being encumbered. And it's like, this is fucking neat as shit.
God, they really put some thought into this one.
Yeah, I wish they would have nailed the execution.
Agreed.
But like, yes.
That's what I'm saying is a modern remake of this one would be with music and just do the whole 9 yards in that engine. I think that would be fucking awesome.
And I love that you mentioned Animal Royale because it's like I could even see like this being like a co-op game where it's like you and 7 other people are in a huge building that's on fire and it's like the victims' locations are randomized. Like the whole thing could be like tile set randomization, you know? And it's like that would be a lot of fun. I mean, I would play that.
You could like, hey, I found a thing over here that you're going to need. You can get it over to them.
Yep, who has CO2 bombs?
Yeah, exactly.
Meet me here.
God,
and you got like walkie-talkies and shit. Yeah, I would play that.
I would absolutely play that
probably
game.
willing it into existence.
Just like
right now.
The other you did
Whisker Squadron?
Yeah, you did that.
Who are we going to kill, though? We have to sacrifice somebody to get the game made.
Yeah, the law of equivalent exchange.
Does it have to be another video game?
I mean, maybe we killed Carrie Fisher to make Whisker Squad happen. So.
No, that was way before we even talked about Whisker Squadron. We just killed her for fun, apparently. I don't fucking know. Yeah, no one say a name, though, because that person will die. So say someone that you don't like.
Don't anybody say my name, okay?
That's how Ian becomes a bloody stain in his truck.
I don't want that to happen to me.
I just thought it was a nice Ian 2D baloney sculpture.
So many of those around.
Yeah.
Do you have any achievements for this game?
I have a couple that came in from Twitch chat, which I was totally ready to answer. The first achievement I've got is, hey, Peterman, check out Channel 9. In order to unlock, hey, Peterman, check out Channel 9. Be fooled by the mannequin by thinking it's Anne.
Yep.
I love that one. That was like
that is
that
so
one,
good.
That one legit. When I read it, made me laugh out loud. That one came from Usurper Grimm.
That's good.
That was very good.
Check out this mannequin. Don't she look like Anne?
I don't know, man. A mannequin just seems like she might cheat on you. Next achievement I've got is Wrong Said Fred. In order to unlock Wrong Said Fred, do a little turn on the catwalk.
Nice.
The wrong way, and everyone dies.
That's a good one, too.
That came in from first-time caller Nate from Utah. And the last achievement I have is Fuhrer Fry. Burn, burn. In order to unlock Fuhrer Fry, burn, burn. Listen to Rammstein while playing this game.
All right.
And that came in from Kana. So thank y'all.
3 very good achievements.
Very good. Do you guys have achievements for the
I
Ignition
didn't come up with one. I should have because I like the game. I thought, but I didn't give it any.
You're too busy playing the game to come up with achievements.
Yeah, I just didn't give it enough time. So, no, I do not have one.
I've got 2.
Okay.
The first one is TR-36.
Okay.
And that is in the mannequin level, you find the secret Elaine mannequin that's hidden.
Excellent. I love that one.
And the other one is Radia summon the Mist Dragon. And the hose sort of looks like the Mist Dragon's spray in Final Fantasy IV. So
Okay,
you unlock
yeah.
that by putting out 100 flames on a level with regular water cannon.
Awesome. Have either of you watched Fire Force? It's a firefighting anime that came out like a couple years ago. I was this close to like binging it just to like essentially
Ride this firefighter kick all the way out.
Yeah, be my dad from the 90s for a week. You know what I mean? But I didn't watch it. I've heard it's okay. So there's that.
All right.
Hey, before we move on, can I get 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Minutes?
Let's take a break. We're back. Did you enjoy those ads that we rolled while we were on break? Have you bought your new Blue Chew? I haven't listened. I haven't heard
Nature Box.
Nature Box. Okay.
I'm sure that's not even. I haven't heard Nature Box
Squarespace.
ad in years.
Oh, fucking Squarespace. Yeah, I hear that one a
Mail
lot.
Get
Chip.
your site on Squarespace today.
Yeah.
Stamps.
Make your dream a reality. Yeah. Fuck, we just gave so many free commercials.
They snuck that in
Yeah.
on Only Murders in the Building when Tina Fey was.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, that's a great
I fucking
bit.
lost it on that. That was
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. So if any of you guys out there bought any of those products, we don't have like a code or anything you put in a checkout. Just let them know.
Just try TADPOG.
Yeah.
I mean, it might work.
Just try that.
Enter code.
If enough
TADPOG.
people, why does everybody keep typing in Tadpog?
What?
Why do 6 people type in Tadpog?
Thanks, 6 people. All right. So achievements are done. Trying to get my
are done.
bearings. I have some questions for you guys.
Love questions.
I want to know if you were to buy the ignition factor, the judicial system, how much would you pay for it if you were to buy it loose?
Okay, so I'm gonna say 2 things about it: the price and what I think its rarity is.
Okay. I do have Flopsy open.
I know you do. I have not looked.
Okay. But I can check easily here.
I'm
Thanks,
gonna
Flopsy.
I
say.
looked.
Yes.
Can't read it. Yeah. But I looked.
I'm gonna say this one might have been rare,
Okay.
and I'm based on that. I'm gonna say $41.
$41. Rare. What do you think, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, I've never heard of it before we
hadn't
did
heard
it,
of it
but
either,
that goes
yeah.
for a lot of games.
It does.
Sure.
$20.
$20. Do you want to guess the rarity?
Uncommon.
Uncommon. We'll split the difference on the rarity. It is listed in Flopsy as very uncommon.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Between rare and
Rare
uncommon.
and uncommon.
So it's
yeah.
$30.
Actual retail value of the ignition factor for the Super Nintendo loose on average, according to pricecharting.com, is $39.44. Ian, you were very,
Very close.
very, very
Under
close.
$2.
Under $2. Yeah.
Damn.
So very, very well done. Do you think it's worth it?
I kind of do.
This is going to be one that I want in my collection for sure.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay $40, but it's very uncommon. What are you going to do?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yes, I would love to have. I'm gonna try to find that. This weirdly talking about games that I want but because I enjoyed them, finding them to the show. SOS. This kind of gives me SOS
I want
vibes
to play
too.
that one too. That episode of that was one of my favorite episodes because you really had me.
Oh, I loved
you
that
had
game.
me loving
Oh.
the concept because of the Poseidon Adventure being one of
Yeah,
my
right.
favorites and
Yeah.
all that stuff. So yeah, you're right. It's got that same interesting factor
Yeah.
to it. You know, it's something
different,
fresh
and you're
new.
rescuing. You're not fighting. You know what I mean?
Yes,
It's like
you have a goal to
right.
achieve.
I love beat 'em ups. Don't get me wrong. I love fighting games. I love all these fucking violent games. I love them. But man, it is so refreshing when you're like, I'm just here to save people.
Yep,
I'm just here to put out fires
and
save people.
Maybe
And I'm
back
all
up
out
the-
of people.
Maybe, maybe back up the data on this computer if I'm feeling lucky.
Yeah.
That's a thing. It's a thing you do in there. Get points for that.
Yeah. You saying I'm all out of people, or all out of rescue. I can't remember. I got this shirt for my birthday.
I saw that immediately. I'm so fucking jealous of your
I've
shirt.
wanted one of these Just Hamburgers shirts for so long. So, and it was in the Christmas bag that Nikki gave me when she got home. And it was like, I think she was a little disappointed because it was like she got a bunch of shirts. And it's like this Just Hamburger shirt was on top. And it's like I saw the Just Hamburger shirt and I was like, shit, yeah! And I was like, oh, I'm gonna wear this tonight. I'm taking my shirt off and then I'm going through the rest of the shirts. I'm like, that's cool. Oh, it's Just Hamburger shirt though.
I've wanted one of those for a fucking hot minute.
Man.
Yes, that is awesome.
But it reminded me of the shirt because I was like, Henry, dude, don't you love this shirt? And he's like, I like the one with the Moogle on. I was like, that one's cool, but this one is Just Hamburger. Do you get this reference? This is from They Live, son. This is a reference to he's like, what's A Live? And I was like, They Live. And Roddy Piper, I hear he's a wrestler. I don't know.
Actor first, wrestler second, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah, in my perspective, that's very much the case. So, but now I'm like, all right. So I didn't say this, but low key, I'm like, I'm gonna get this boy to watch They Live, and he's gonna fucking love it. I know he's gonna love it.
I've been wanting to rewatch it forever, but Tiny doesn't like it, so I got to watch that one alone. Yeah, it's good.
So good. So good. That's like one of the first movies I remember watching, like as like a 7-year-old, and being like, this is so deep, man.
I know, you're totally, it's baby's first conspiracy theory,
Yeah. And it's like, he's gonna, cause like, dude, he's gonna like love the fucking shades and like, I mean, that's like, he's gonna get that hook, line, and sinker. So yeah, I just need to like go back. I need to rewatch it first to be like, is this as like kid friendly as like I imagine?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's like, I don't know if there are titties in it or not. I can't remember. Probably. I mean, it was a movie from the 80s, so.
There had to have been at least one set.
Anyway.
They probably weren't good ones, but
I mean, yeah. I mean, let's be real. I have another question. Tyler.
yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
It would be the flaming beard of Sarah Connor as she's holding onto the fence in Terminator when she is engulfed in flame. And that's how I felt every time I tried to wiggle down a corridor.
Tyler?
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would it be?
I guess I would have to give it a pair of glasses. I'm trying to think how to phrase it into glasses.
A possum on a windshield of a fire truck.
That's pretty good. I want to give it something more complimentary, so
Also, the possum's on fire.
give it the glasses that reflect into yourself that was mastered by Dalzim, giving a yoga flame to M. Bison.
Perfect. I love it. Does this game belong on TADPOG's Top 100?
Maybe.
I'd put it in the 90s if it were me.
Yeah.
I
mean, it's
But that's just because I fell in love with it.
it's a genre that is not covered very much, and at least in the theme, I should
This
say.
SOS and Clock Tower, I put like they're like, man, these are such uniquely
Yeah.
interesting games
SOS
and
is so
concept,
good.
and
Yeah.
so that they weren't for me, but I can really appreciate the concept and what they were trying to do.
I don't, and I don't think that the ignition factor is a crowd pleaser by any fucking stretch. So that's why if it were on my list, I'd put it in the 90s because it's like, it has too many tiny flaws. And the genre is so like specific, I guess, that I feel like it doesn't really have like mass appeal. But that's one of the things that I like about it. I'm drawn to things like that, you know. What do you guys think Flopsy gave the ignition factor?
3.5 stars.
I agree.
3.5? 3.5? You guys, Flopsy, a.k.a. the Ultimate Nintendo Guide to the SNES Library 1991 through 1998 by Pat Contry, courtesy of Monster Mold Mike, gave the ignition factor 3.5 stars. Very well done.
All right.
Very well done. I think that's fair.
I agree. Well deserved.
Yeah.
It could have gotten that extra half star if some of, like I said, those little things had been addressed.
Sure.
Controls, music, things like that. It would have.
yeah.
It could have pushed it way up there.
If Nikos hadn't died, I'd give it a 4.5.
I know, right?
But I'd give it a 4. I mean, this was one of those where it's like, oh man, this isn't like a horrible experience. And a lot of it might be because of that. I mean, a lot of these games recently-ish have been like,
well, and you know, I had that moment when I fired it up and saw that Jellicoe logo. I was like, hey.
See what you did there.
I was a little bit put off by that. I was like, fuck, here we go again. Another waste of time. So especially out of all the Jellicoe games we've played in the last few weeks, this one shines. Because you could tell that, like I said, they just put a lot of effort into the system and how it works.
Jellicoe's weird.
Apparently.
Because it's like, I do feel like it's either...
You trying to tell me Kablooey wasn't a passion project?
It's either...
No, they're just on the control, it's on its side.
Because it's like Earth Defense Force. I felt like it was a pretty unique side-scrolling shooter.
It was, I'd forgotten about that one. It was okay.
It didn't have the polish that it necessarily needed, but I mean, it's kind of weird. Like Jellicoe, the things that we played recently just feel weird. It just feels like Jellicoe does weird games, and a lot of times they don't exactly work, but they thought what they were doing was cool. That's like the vibe I get from a lot of this. Brawl Brothers, I mean, there's that, and I still think the Peacekeepers is a good, solid beat 'em up. So I don't know. I'm not like totally down on Jellicoe, but
I'm just basing it off of what we've played from this list. That we've had kind of a lot of lemons.
Sure, yeah.
But
no, I'm not going to argue that.
This one is good, and there have been some honorable mentions for sure. But so far, this one's been my favorite Jellicoe title. I'd say this one's probably been my favorite out of the library so far, just in general, from the Nintendo Super Switch Online service. I just think this has been the one that I've actually wanted to keep playing. So
the ones that we've covered, you mean? Like,
yeah, well,
and then Nintendo?
In some of the other ones I've played. Now, I mean, they're obviously the classics are on there, which that I'm not factoring those in. I'm talking about sort of the one-offs that
you're not Ignition factoring those in.
No, hey, God, I'm just full of it tonight. I didn't even know it. I'm not
sorry,
even
I'm pretty
that
blazed.
Excuse me. Just reminded I needed to do something.
You're fired.
That used to be like the biggest term of endearment at Apex
That's
when we worked with each other. Yeah, it really was.
When my boss, I've been fired by my bosses 100 times, and it was always awesome.
Yeah.
Because that means you did something either funny or right, or you messed up and they're making fun of you for messing up, but not really actually firing you.
I remember the first time it happened to me, and I thought I was actually fired. And it was Justin who had to be like, dude, you're not fired.
It's okay.
And I'm like, I'm 15. I don't know what's going on. Stop toying with my emotions. I don't want to go back to the Olive Garden.
They don't like the way I make breadsticks good.
I can't go to there for the land of milk and honey. Are you kidding? I gotta go back to the fucking desert.
It's okay, man. That's just what they do. Just roll with it. Go sit at your desk. It's fine.
Just show up tomorrow. It's essentially the George Costanza philosophy, where it's like, just pretend like I didn't hear that I was fired.
You got any more questions?
I do. I have some questions that came in from one Ross Rachel Green from across the pond. He has a quiz for us, which is entitled, Got That D, Disney Plus.
Oh, yeah.
Ross begins, now Disney Plus is more thoroughly fleshed out. I decided to sub and have a look at what the service is offering. He's a Disney simp. And have found several things to keep me busy and my subscription active for a while. Currently, I am watching Solar Opposites, a Justin Roiland joint. I didn't know he had another show.
I didn't either.
Unfortunately, it looks like he is a bit of a one-trick pony. Maybe this is why I haven't heard of it.
Artsy AJ also said it was okay.
Yeah.
If you go into expecting Rick and Morty, you're not going to like it.
Yeah.
Basically, what I've never seen it. That's what she said.
Yeah. That's got to be like, that's a tough act to follow. If you're like, hey, you like Rick and Morty? Well, I did some other things. He says it's very similar to Rick and Morty, just not as good. Also, if you want a really good anime to watch, I recommend Scissor 7, a series about a barber with a dark past. It's Chinese with a really nice art direction. I liked it so much I couldn't wait for the English dub to hit Netflix and watched it in Mandarin with subtitles. Anyway, something about SNES games 70 to 61. You guys ready to begin? Mm-hmm. All right. 70.
I always tell myself, I'm going to look at that list and refresh. And then I don't.
I feel like that would kill some. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, because I've been tempted to do it too, but it's like, I feel like it'd be boring for me to come in and be like,
blah, blah, blah,
right,
blah,
yeah.
blah.
Tetris attack. Blah, 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 blah. What you got? What you got?
That's how much we know about our Nintendo games. Blah, 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 blah.
All right.
Tetris attack. Blah, 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 blah.
Wario's ones. Dave, name literally just 10 Super Nintendo games. Shit. Fuck,
Ignition factor.
block. 70. During the test phase of development, the testers requested a cheat code to skip to the end of the game, as there was insufficient time to play through all 500 levels, and it was only at this point that Bullfrog realized that they had not included any kind of ending to the game. Is this Populous?
I guess it must be. Populous does have like 500 levels.
We've brought Populous up like a billion
That's
times.
the only thing, and we haven't said it yet, so this has to be Populous then.
And I'm trying to remember who developed it. Bullfrog seems like a PC developer name to me, but I don't know.
Bullfrog pussy?
Yes! Got it!
Nice. Very
Got it.
nice.
Keeping the frog pussy spirit alive.
What is that Phil posted?
All the frog.
Hang Titan frog pussy.
All the frog pussy memes that
Yes.
he made by hand. Yeah, I love it.
So good.
We need to put a PowerPoint presentation together.
Let's just call him Pussy Frog Pussy Pope, Phil.
And they got it.
Frog pussy pope. Yes, it's
it.
done. It be done.
It's done.
It's done. I love it. Frog pussy pope.
Let's
Phil.
call his work and leave us a voicemail.
It's gonna be awesome.
Right.
It's gonna be awesome when he and Arthur come into stream. I'm like, Frog Pussy Phil, Frog Pussy Pope Phil,
if that ain't the Frog Pussy Pope himself.
the frog pussiness Pope I ever done see. Fabulous,
Populous.
Populous.
locking it in.
Populous.
It is. Yeah. Hey, wow.
Populous.
Wow. That is a flashback. It is Populous.
Finally, that can come out of the bucket of guesses.
Don't worry, I'll forget.
Yeah.
And I'll mention Populous at least 2 more quizzes. 69. Nice.
Nice.
In this game, the developer had to redraw several scenes, including making butt cracks 3 pixels shorter. This is Another World, or AKA Out of This World.
This
Yeah.
is the alien butt
Yeah, the
cracks.
alien one
Yeah.
with been
yeah.
over the pond. Yeah.
We're good with this? Locking it in?
Yep.
Okay, it
Or
is.
is it flashback?
No, it's
No,
definitely
okay.
not Flashback. Flashback was on the last quiz.
Okay.
That was the French developer.
Gotcha.
It is Out of This World.
Nice.
We did it. Next question. 68. This game was Nintendo's version of Sega's Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. Is this Wario's Woods or is
think
this
so.
Kirby's Avalanche?
It's Kirby's Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche, right?
Yep.
Okay, we're good.
I don't think Wario's Woods is even on
I think
the
that's
list.
yeah. I think that's.
But I know Kirby's Avalanche is.
I don't even know if Wario's Woods came out on the Super Nintendo. I know it's an NES game.
But it's Kirby's Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
locking it
Because
in.
that was the post kerfuffle.
Ew.
Yeah, that we first had on like. Yeah.
Okay.
Kirby's
all right.
Avalanche.
Kirby's Avalanche. Locking it in. It is Kirby's Avalanche.
Nice.
Next question, 67. This game was the last of this series' 16-bit titles.
Mega Man X3.
Okay, yeah, Mega Man X3. I feel like that's a good answer. Ian, you
Yes.
good with this?
Yes.
All right, Mega Man X3, locking it in. It is Mega Man X3.
right.
Well done,
Good
Tyler.
job.
66. This game is often referred to as the Dark Souls of the 16-bit era. Kirby's Dream Course.
That's one of the hardest games on the Super Nintendo.
Is that what they mean by it, you think?
That's what I
It's
think.
got. That's what everybody says. It's
Yeah.
It's the Dark Souls
Yeah.
of. It's a benchmark now.
Okay.
apparently.
Right.
It's very vague though.
So what are some of the hardest games for the Super Nintendo?
I don't know.
And not because they're bad and you want to stop playing them.
We've gone through a lot of those recently.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Pass for now. Come back. We won't
Yeah,
know it later.
we won't know it later.
But you know,
Maybe the other ones as we go.
Ken Griffey Jr.'s home run baseball.
All right. Pass for now. 65. In this game, as well as the original Force, the player could choose from two other forces, the Shadow Force and the Cyclone Force. These both had new, different weapon sets and special enhancements.
What?
In this game, as well as the original Force, proper noun, Force, the player could choose from two other forces, proper noun, the Shadow Force and the Cyclone Force. These both had new different weapon sets and special enhancements. Is there a game, Earth Defense Force?
Well,
That's Force in the title?
It makes me think it's a shooter of some type. So, like R-Type, Gradius, Axelay.
Contra? Is this
Contra?
Contra 3?
That's pretty low for Contra the Alien Wars.
I guess. 65? McElwain
I
was
think
on
McElwain
that,
was
and
on
that
it.
was-
I don't think McElwain was on it until we were in my other house.
I don't know. I think McElwain recorded at my house.
Did he?
I
Okay.
think so. But I don't know. I wouldn't bet on it.
So I think that's very plausible. So how early was Axelay too? Or does Axelay have other games? So that was very early for Brandon to come on that one.
That is true. In this game, as well as the original Force.
So you think Force is in the title?
I'm not sure. It's just a guess. The player could choose from two other forces, the Shadow Force and the Cyclone Force. Yeah, I'm going back on that Contra. I don't think it's hardcore. Axelay? I mean, you mentioned Axelay.
That's the only thing I can land on is Axelay, because I'm just trying to think of something that early. And it sounds like I can't think of anything else that makes sense that it's not a shooter.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a shooter to me. I have no guesses.
I don't either.
You want to try it?
Axelay.
Axelay, locking it in. It is, man, so fucking close. R-Type 3, the third Lightning. And I think you even mentioned
You did
R-Type.
say
I know
R-Type.
it had to be a shooter. Yeah.
Next question, 64. This game shares its initials with an orbiting laboratory.
ISS.
Yeah. Okay, so ISS, what's a game title?
International Superstar Soccer.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
All right.
Locking that in.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
It is, in fact, International
Nice.
Superstar Soccer. Well done, Tyler. Good
Well
one.
done, Ian. I wouldn't have got there if you hadn't said that.
Next question, 63. This game is known as Garu Densetsu 2, Aratanaru Tatakai, or Hungry Wolf Legend 2, The New Battle in Japan.
Legend of the Mystical Ninja.
Hungry Wolf Legend.
Hungry Wolf Legend 2 is the translation of that title. Is Hungry Wolf Legend 2, The New Battle The New Battle, sorry. Hungry Wolf Legend 2, The New Battle.
Is this like an Altered Beast type of game, maybe, or?
Yeah, potentially. I mean, that was a Genesis only.
Oh, that's right.
But I mean, maybe it is a game where you play as a wolf. I don't know. I think we've already had Legend of the Mystical Ninja. I'm not positive.
Did we? I think you're right. Porky Pig's Haunted Holiday.
God, if only that was on IGN's list.
Hungry Wolf.
Garo Densetsu 2, Hungry Wolf, Legend 2, The New Battle.
It's probably a sequel then.
Star Fox 2.
Star Fox 2. Golden Axe wasn't Super Nintendo at all, was it?
No.
Was Rampage on there?
No, it wasn't. But good guess. No, maybe not.
Throw it out there.
Fatal Fury 2?
That was early.
And I know that, like, this is Garo Densetsu 2, so this is also a sequel. And I know that there is an SNK fighter that is,
Terry Bogart's a big hungry wolf.
I think it's called like Mark of the Wolves or something like that. That's all I got.
Hey,
I don't know
sounds
that that's
good.
the right answer.
I can't think of another
might
sequel,
as well.
and that was very early.
Fatal Fury 2?
Sure.
All right.
I'm with you.
Locking it in. It's Fatal Fury 2.
Nice. Good
God,
job.
you almost
Jeez,
talked
crazy.
yourself out of it.
Well, I mean, come on, right? That's not a lot to go on, yeah?
No, but still.
62. This game saw the protagonist team up with Gooey, a sidekick who has never been seen since. I think this is Earthworm Jim 2. I think Gooey is the slime in your backpack.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not positive about that.
Hey, I have no better guess.
Plausible for sure.
And Booger Man is not on IGN's top 100.
It is, however, buried in my bathroom behind that wall.
I'm coming to get that Booger Man. At 3 in the morning, if you hear like,
I hope there was a comma between booger and man. And you're just
coming to get that
threatening me.
Booger
Man.
It's been hanging out for 2 hours and I can't fucking stand it anymore. Shit bugs me with Henry, where it's like, dude, blow your nose.
Oh, my dad and I had so many arguments as a kid. Blow your nose. I don't have to.
Clearly,
Blow
you do.
your nose. I don't have to.
I'll usually say it once, and then if he says no, it's like, you know what? If you want to be gross, it's fine.
My wife has something in the bag.
Hey, Melissa,
I don't know what's in the bag.
Chick-fil-A. Oh, was it a surprise when the listeners can't know? Forget it.
I'm generally against Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I see. Tyler's about to eat Chick-fil-A, listeners.
You guys can have Chick-fil-A.
I meant Zaxby's. I get their logos confused all the time. Earthworm Jim 2?
That's what Jim
Yeah.
do.
All right, locking it in. It is fucking, I'm so sorry. It's Kirby's Dream Land 3.
There we
Melissa's
go.
back.
Hey.
Oh, how'd you know how old I am? Melissa just brought out a cake that has 23 on it. That's weird. She knew exactly how old I am.
It's on Facebook.
Oh, yeah, I got to get the fuck off of that fucking Facebook. Man, there's nothing good about that shit. You want to eat some cake with Melissa?
I'm good.
Good. You sure you got a chair and everything.
She just noped out of here.
Blink, I'm gone. Last question, and then I guess I'll blow out these candles.
Sure.
All right.
Probably should, yeah.
No, actually, hold on. I'll blow them out right now. Because we passed on the question, so there's technically 2 questions.
Yay.
There we go.
I'm officially 23.
Make your TADPOG wish. What game should we do next week?
Poppin' Twin B.
All right. Wish granted.
Oh, if I tell you, it won't come true. If I tell you, the game will be horrible.
We'll all just play a random game, and then if your wish came true, it'll all be the same one.
61. When the final boss is defeated, he gains power from the crowns and turns into a warthog demon. When he is defeated a second time, the player will earn the crown and end the game. The player turns into a warthog demon? No. I'm sorry. The boss turns into a warthog demon. Then when he is defeated a second time, the player will earn the crown and end the game. You guys remember when like Bebop,
Ready Player 3?
Turtles in Time, Bebop becomes the fucking ruler of Dimension X for a hot minute?
Turns into a warthog
A
demon.
warthog demon.
I got nothing.
God, I have no idea.
Will earn the crown and end the game. So I am curious if warthog demon... I'm curious if this is Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Which, here's what bothers me about me being like, is that Super Ghouls and Ghosts? Because I really like Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And I don't necessarily know that I would get there
It was
from
pretty low, though.
Super Warthog Demon. But you do have to defeat that boss 2 times. I don't remember you getting a crown. But then again, usually by the time I finish that game, I'm like, fucking thank God I got through the game. So that's the only guess that I have. But I'm not very confident about that.
Yeah, there's no Zelda game it could be because I guess Ganon is technically a warthog demon.
Wow, that's a good thought.
But that's way too low for
Yeah,
anything like that.
61.
It's
You think-
only Link's Awakening.
You think 61 is too low for Super Ghouls and Ghosts?
He's talking for Zelda.
I know that and absolutely for sure.
Super
Zelda
Ghouls
was
and Go.
Zelda was number one.
I forgot 61. That's probably about right.
It's the warthog demon and the crown that's really throwing me off. I mean, we've already done Demon's Crest, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know. That's
I don't
all I
have any
have.
better.
Super
I'm
yeah,
not
Super Ghouls and
confident.
Ghosts.
I'm open to
I don't have anything else.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts, logging it in. It is Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics.
No.
Don't remember that at all.
Sick Jake posted today on Discord that Joe and Mac is getting a remake. So
Okay.
that's the thing
All
that's
right.
happening. It looks all like cartoon drawn and stuff like that.
That's
Oh, okay.
good.
I mean, look at it and you tell me. But I mean, that's what they're going for. It's not like I don't want to
Well, you
oversell
could do
it.
it. I don't want hyper realistic.
Right. Well, I don't want to give you the impression it's like Cuphead or something. You know, it's just it looks like it could be okay.
Okay.
66. This game is often referred to as the Dark Souls of the 16-bit era. I'm never gonna
Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Yeah.
Locking it in. It is the Lion King.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts is harder than Lion King. That is the Dark Souls.
I don't know. I've never beaten the Lion King, but I've never really sat down to try either. The Lion King is the hardest on the second loop. Got 3 more questions. A fuck, marry, kill. RoboCop, Terminator, Replicants. So this tells me it's not the movies themselves, right? Because Replicants, Blade Runner, yeah?
Yeah.
So it's the actual Replicants and the actual Terminator and actual RoboCop themselves.
I'm gonna kill the replicant, fuck RoboCop, and marry Terminator.
But what if you're a replicant and you don't know it?
Well, so it goes.
What if you find an origami swan on your desk tomorrow? Tyler, what do you think?
I think I'm gonna marry the replicant because that's the closest thing, right, to human of the 3. RoboCop's got some flesh, so I'll fuck a RoboCop, but I'm gonna kill that Terminator. Nothing there for a Terminator.
Well, the Terminator helps in second movie.
I guess
yeah?
the Liquidator give a badass blowjob, but I don't know how advanced we talking here.
I'll marry a replicant for sure because it's like, I mean, I've
You just can't know.
seen
You don't know,
replicants in
right?
Blade Runner. Where it's like,
a good point.
Yeah, I'd fuck that replicant.
Yeah.
I've never once been like, yeah, I'd fuck RoboCop.
I'd fuck Deckard. That's fine.
Forever.
He's a replicant.
RoboCop is essentially that's fucking necromancy.
It is,
that is
actually,
fucking necromancy. I'm gonna kill RoboCop. Plus, like, if I don't kill him, he's gonna shoot my fucking dick off. You cheat on him once, he's gonna
I
shoot your dick
cannot
off
find that one where he's just shooting dicks off for
over
like
and over
5
again.
minutes.
I think that wasn't that like a Funny or Die or
It
something.
might have been. I cannot find it again though. Man.
Damn and then I guess that means that I'm gonna fuck Terminator, which is fine. He shows up naked when he time travels. It's
Yeah.
like he's ready to fuck.
Yeah.
Or be fucked by the Terminator, I guess. I don't.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I sounded so dejected. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I'd bought him for the Terminator.
I mean, steroid use, maybe? I don't know. It might not be that bad. I don't know. Fuck, marry, kill, chicken, turkey, duck. I'm very curious because Tyler, I know you love duck.
I'm gonna
right?
I'm gonna marry duck. I'm gonna fuck chicken. I'm gonna kill turkey.
Man, ooh, that hurts.
I like deli turkey, but other than that, like, it's hard to get a good, like, I'm not crazy about roast turkey.
Yeah.
Fried turkey, but I mean, I can't get fried chicken. So
Yeah.
and then I love duck. I love duck fat. I love everything else you can do from that. Like, yeah, marry duck, fuck chicken, kill turkey.
I'm going to kill duck, fuck turkey, marry chicken.
I think I'm on that boat too. I really do like turkey.
Yeah.
Like a lot. But man, I eat so much more chicken than turkey, but it's more readily available.
Exactly.
If I could go through a drive-through and be like, ordered fucking turkey tenders, that sounds gross. I probably wouldn't actually do that. But I guess I'm just saying I wouldn't be like distraught. I try it. You have gravy dipping sauce, you know, like fucking like little containers.
Side of mashed potatoes.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna marry turkey. And like we eat turkey burgers and like we substitute turkey for beef a lot. So I'm gonna marry turkey. I do like duck. It's a little too greasy, I guess. So fuck duck. It's also fun to say fuck duck. And then I guess, or I'm sorry. Well, no, I'll just fuck duck. I was gonna murder it because that makes more sense, but it's more fun to say fuck duck. So I guess I'm gonna kill chicken.
Well, if you fuck it properly.
Fuck it sweetly and gently. Next question. Oh, I do like this one. This one's great. Fuck, marry, kill. Riza Hawkeye, Olivier Mira Armstrong, Izumi Curtis from Full Metal Alchemist. Full Metal Alchemist.
You take out Izumi and put in Winry. That's a harder decision for me.
It is.
What makes that a harder decision? Because Winry's so great.
Yeah, I love Winry.
I mean, I like Izumi.
Winry is my favorite in the female in the series.
Yeah.
Which one is Izumi? Oh, the teacher?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, boy. I mean, Izumi's relationship with her husband is a really good one. So, you know,
It
you
is.
kind of look at her and you
She's
think
good. She's going to be
a good companion, a good life partner. If you can lock that down, you're probably doing pretty good.
It's true.
Who else was it?
She's just
Hawkeye,
tsundere. It's a tsundere wife, which is what I have. So it's good.
I mean, I think the ultimate tsundere wife is fucking Olivier Armstrong. I mean, it's like almost. You got a lot of strong women here.
Yeah.
You got a lot of strong women here on this list. I mean, Hawkeye's probably the most like.
You ask her if she wants to do anal. She says, "Sure, bend over."
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's for that reason. Just if we're talking long term, I got to kill her. Not that I want to, but in this universe, Olivier's gone.
Okay, so you're gonna kill.
I'm killing
Olivier
Olivier
Armstrong. Okay.
Armstrong, and I'm going to fuck Hawkeye.
Okay.
And marry Izumi.
Okay. Tyler, what do you think, bud? It's a toughie.
I think I'm. Oh, see, it's hard. I think basically I'm gonna fuck Olivier. I think you fuck her once, have a hot, crazy time, but then you're out, you're gone. You could never marry her.
Right? No.
I could say kill her, but I don't think I could. So
if her brother can't beat her in a fight, then you definitely can't. Yeah.
You might be able to seduce her and then trick her. You know, like poison her or something.
maybe I marry Izumi and kill Riza then, because it's hard. Because I think you would have a happier marriage with someone like Izumi.
She seems like
over Armstrong or over both Armstrong and Hawkeye.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very close with Hawkeye.
Hawkeye is
really
like Hawkeye make a
close
fucking
with fucking Hawkeye.
But I feel like Hawkeye is also going to like, hey, I gotta uphold the law. Where Izumi's your ride or die, no matter fucking what.
You're like, yeah, but like sodomy is like barely illegal. Come on, I know you let Roy in there. Come on.
I just want to get a look at that sweet tattoo every night.
Yeah,
from that angle.
I mean, if we look at it this way, Armstrong's the only one who doesn't have a love interest currently.
Plus, she's rich.
She is rich, but that's her shit. It ain't your shit.
You ain't getting what she didn't give you, right?
Yeah. You're gonna if you engage
prenup.
There's a prenup.
She's definitely
a prenup
in there.
Absolutely, there is. I like all these characters.
I do too. This is a hard question.
But out of these characters, the one that I like the least is Izumi. But I like her. So I guess I would kill her. And then it becomes a real fucking hard, super hard question. I think I'm going to marry Hawkeye. I think it's
the right choice.
I think it's the right choice.
In your world. If Izumi's out of the picture, I think Hawkeye's the better marriage choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and then I guess I'll fuck Armstrong. Alex or Olivier, I guess. Is that we good?
Yeah.
Did we do the thing?
We did the thing.
Hell yeah.
All right. Ross, excellent quiz. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right. That's done. You guys want to pause and eat some definitely Zaxby's, or do you want
We
to?
can take a minute if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to have some of the cake, right? I mean, it's your birthday. You gotta eat the birthday
we gotta have the
cake.
cake. All right, we're back from cake break.
Cake break.
Zaxby's break.
So we got one more thing before we wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
I have another
I'll
quiz.
take it.
This is this is from Backlog Banisher Dane, who I don't really know a lot about this. I've been trying to not know a lot about it just because it's a quiz and I don't want to have a lot of preconceived knowledge going into it. So Backlog Banisher Dane sent an MP3. And I hope in this MP3 that he goes over some of the details that he told me. Otherwise, I'm sure he did. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be going through Discord messages and be like, okay, and then he said this, and then he said this. So here we go. Here is Backlog Banisher Dane's MP3.
Motherfucking TADPOG. Backlog Banisher Dane here, and boy, have I got a doozy for you guys. At the time of this recording, I've done 4 unofficial TADPOG trivia giveaways, and the most consistent thing amongst them has been that neither Tyrone nor Dave have been brave enough to answer a question.
It's because we don't know anything about our fucking show, and people get a fucking kick out of that. That's why.
That's how little we care.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know. I would say
The
that.
human brain only contains 4 terabytes. We have to delete it to make room for more.
Yeah.
And yeah. We had to save that information for Ross's quizzes.
Tonight, this shit changes.
It's not about bravery. It's about just knowing that I would completely fail it. Yeah. Why even? First of all, why even try? That's on my fucking family crest.
But what if we played and knew it? Then it defeats the whole what the fuck are they even playing?
Right. Let's pretend there's a universe where we would know it. Right. Exactly. We don't want to take the prize away from the hard working listener. We wouldn't know anyway.
I present to you my most fiendishly difficult trivia yet. Just 3 questions. How hard could it be?
Probably very.
I'm going to say it doesn't have to be very hard for us to not know these answers.
But considering that time was put into creating a 6-minute MP3 that has obviously been scripted, my guess is pretty fucking hard.
I mean, there's only roughly 1,300 hours of material to go through.
That's it. And we're varying degrees of sober during most of those.
Sober adjacent.
Well, should you, our bearded host, you, our bespectacled host, and you, our most wizened sage,
Hey.
answer all 3 of these questions correct.
It's the Wizened Sage from video games. Hey!
Let me slick my hair back.
Man, you gotta use that jukebox. I haven't been able to get that thing to work in the Holland deck for years.
All I had to do was kick it.
I will usurper Grim.
Ooh.
I'm gonna scrub that back.
Should you, our bearded host, you, our bespectacled host, and you, our most wizened sage, answer all 3 of these questions correctly, I will usurper Grim.
Shots fired.
How confident am I that my money's safe? Let me tell you.
Well, we gave you a lot of good reasons just now.
Want to be open book. You can open any video from the TADPOG backlog on YouTube and read the transcripts. You can use tadpog.com. You can use Google. You can phone a friend. It does not matter to me. The only resource that you cannot use is the answers that I provided for you at the end of this quiz.
At the end.
It's the only closed book. But wait, there's more. So, peek behind the curtain. I wanted to do a spoof of Ben Stein's Money. My Ben Stein impersonation is terrible.
Do it.
And
do it. If we're brave enough to take this quiz, you be brave enough to do Ben Stein's depression.
turns out the real Ben Stein refuses to appear on comedy video game podcasts specifically. So I called him up. He told me that, told me to politely fuck off, and I was left without a co-host.
If only you were like the Republic Convention or something like that.
Yep.
You might be able to get a.
But it turns out Morgan Freeman absolutely loves your show. Mr. Freeman?
I've heard that.
You see, Morgan has graciously agreed for a not insubstantial fee to read the gauntlet of questions you are about to endure. I'll set the stage, he'll pose your inquiry. Gentlemen, are you ready?
No.
Never.
Mr. Freeman, are you ready?
Hello, I'm Morgan
Let's
Freeman.
begin.
Oh, no.
Question 1. The wives of our hosts have made frequent appearances over the years and have said things on occasion which they may have wished to have kept to themselves. Patreon.com/TADPOG, ManPog 2.0. Your question is...
Bagalog Banisher Dane, are you with us?
Hello?
Hint, the answer is more than 0 and less than 10.
Something
I
happened.
don't know. I don't think Morgan Freeman showed up. I don't know what happened. We're keeping this in though for sure.
Yeah.
He did send me. Morgan Freeman didn't, but Backlog Banisher Dane did send me a Google Doc, which I think has the questions, and they also sent this. I don't know what this is. I'm super prepared.
Motherfucking tadpog.
There's Morgan Freeman.
So it was in 2 different videos?
Well,
two different clips?
that's all that was in that MP3. I don't know what happened to Morgan Freeman. So
We don't know the question.
I mean, he did send me this Google Doc previously before any of this, which I present my most fiendishly difficult trivia yet. So it looks like it's what he was reading from. The only resource closed to you is the answer key after submitting this quiz. Okay, so here we go. Question 1. Do you want to do your Morgan Freeman, Tyler, to read these questions?
I don't think I don't. Do I have?
All right, here, pass them. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Pass them on.
The wives of our hosts have made frequent appearances over the years and said things on occasion they may have wished to kept to themselves. How many F-bombs, fuck, fucking, motherfuck, or variations thereof did Meg drop in her appearance on early TADPOG? Hint, it's more than 0 and less than 10.
Is this Manpog? Is that what he said?
Yes.
Let's see. The wives, they said things on occasion may have wished they could. How many F-bombs did she drop in her appearances on early TADPOG?
So when all TADPOG appearances, how many
Combined?
fucking motherfucker did she say?
And what do you consider early? The first year? First 2 years? First 33%?
I mean, because I think the last episode she was on was Hook. And that was, I don't even know when that was.
I remember playing Hook. I remember what bedroom I was in when I played Hook. So, but yeah, I can't tell you.
Oh.
Do we want to answer this next week?
Yeah.
Or do we want to phone a friend? I got to be honest with you.
No one's going to know
No one's
that.
going to know.
No
the
one's,
No one will
one's
know
going to
that.
know that. And also, I am not going to listen to.
Nor I especially am not going back and listening to her episodes.
Let's just guess then. You want to just guess? More than 0, less than 10. Random number 1 through 9? Or do you actually want to logic it? It's more than 1.
And we're not counting.
We're counting fuck, fucking, motherfuck, or variations thereof. Maybe fucked. For fuck's sake. I got so mad the other day that I apparently said fuck in front of Henry. And that set his fight or flight off. Because after the fact, I was like, are you okay? What's wrong? And he's like, you said the F word. And I was like, I did? Uh-oh. Dad was real mad. Oh, shit. Real me came out. I used my real
Not
language.
supposed to know that yet.
Yeah. I used the language of
You
my
know,
people.
Dad, not Dave.
Right. Yeah. For sure.
without going back and listening to it, it's
Impossible to answer.
impossible to
tell.
answer. And I mean, okay, fine.
6.
We could wait a week,
He
and
did-
then when this drops on Wednesday, everybody says what it is in Discord, and then we could come back and answer that because somebody out there is going to look at it.
Somebody would listen to it.
But for obviously very, really good reasons, we don't want to go back and listen to those episodes.
I'm not gonna, definitely not going
No.
to do that. Definitely not going to do that.
There's too many reasons not to. That puts us at a disadvantage. It's like, psychological torture or get the question right.
Yeah, is this a statement about our show? I'm going to subject you fuckers to what you've subjected us to.
Possibly.
Listening to your show.
6.
6. That's my
I mean,
guess.
6.
3 sixes.
Sign of the beast.
Sign of the beast.
Kind of fits.
Your answer. Okay. I can put 6 in, but I don't think that's actually going to do anything. Done. Okay. Do you want to read the? Do you want?
We may as well. Because we had to get them all right to
All
get
right.
the money. So we may as well just do all of them.
All right. Oh, here, let me see. I'm going to plug the phone back in and see if Morgan Freeman shows up. Also, we have to remember our answers.
We'll remember 6.
Okay. All right.
It's only 3 answers to remember. It's 6 is
All
the
right.
first one.
Question 2. Pole position co-host Sean Miller is well known as TADPOG's official Final Fantasist, Final Fantasy expert.
Hashtag more Miller.
To date, TADPOG has covered 7 Final Fantasy games across 12 different episodes. Miller has hosted on several of these episodes. Your question is,
Yeah, Morgan Freeman, again, he didn't show up, I don't think. I'm going to let it play through, though, just in case.
and question 3.
Okay. All right. I'm going to pause that. Here's the question from the Google Doc. Sean Miller. That's my Morgan Freeman. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah,
you guys thought he was here, yeah? Sean Miller. I'm Morgan Freeman.
This shit's going to appear on the
So
quiz
Ian,
someday.
Ian gets to do Morgan Freeman for question
Yeah,
3. We all do
absolutely,
a Morgan
absolutely.
I'll do
Freeman.
3.
Sean Miller is well known as Tadpog's official mixologist.
Gold, baby. It's gold.
Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
C'est soir.
How many episodes are described as featuring hashtag more Miller?
How many episodes total?
Or Final Fantasy episodes.
Just says how many episodes are described as featuring hashtag more Miller, which makes me think that it's probably the tag on the site for the post.
Yeah.
Which we're very spotty on doing.
So it's not Populous.
I don't.
He was on Populous, but
Yeah, I think it probably. He talks about Final Fantasy, so it probably is the Final Fantasy episode.
Final Fantasy, I think he's on 4.
Out of the 12, you think he's? I think he's because no. We did
2 episodes on Final Fantasy 4, 2 episodes on Final Fantasy 11.
surely we had him.
Drew was on Mystic Quest.
He was on. Who was on 3?
That I don't remember. It's open book though.
Yeah, it is open book. But I mean, yeah, you're right. I was about to say we guessed on the first question, so I mean, so we need to know about Final Fantasy VI. We need to know about. We've covered 7 Final Fantasy games. 2, 3, 2, 4,
The original.
3, 6. Yes, the original.
Mystic Quest 11.
Have we done an episode on tactics?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, we did 2.
Tactics. And then what's the 7th Final Fantasy game that we've done?
You've done Final Fantasy 4, The After Years Part 2.
The After Years. Yeah, and Miller was on 3 of those. Did we do it? Was that a 3-parter? No, that was a 2-parter. So Miller's been on at least 6.
Okay, well, Miller was on.
But are you counting the ones with multiple parts as one?
Just how many episodes have hashtag more Miller, right?
No.
That's the question.
How many episodes are described as featuring hashtag more Miller?
Well, he's definitely in part 1 and 2 of Final Fantasy 4, The After Years.
Right. And then
he's let's see, that's
he's on both episodes of Final Fantasy 11, like Tyler said, which is 2 more, which makes 4.
fine,
If my
that's
math is
Final.
correct.
Yep, that's correct. That's correct. So we're up to 4. Then Final Fantasy episode 429, But that did not
Yeah, I don't think he
apparently
was on
feature
that.
Miller.
I got it. Here, just keep count. I'm going to read them off.
That's
Okay.
4 so far.
He was on Super Strike Eagle. That has hashtag more Miller.
So we need to figure out how we're answering it. We need to figure out if we're answering what Final Fantasy episodes he's been on, or how many.
I think it's any episode that has hashtag more Miller.
Read the question again.
Okay, I'll read the whole thing. Sean Miller is well known as TADPOG's official Final Fantasist expert. To date, TADPOG has covered 7 Final Fantasy games across 12 episodes. How many episodes are described as featuring hashtag more Miller?
I think it's just the Final Fantasies.
The very last sentence doesn't imply that, but the rest of the question does. Because he talks about Final Fantasy up until that point.
Well, let's give both answers. Then, 'cause
Okay,
it's
all right.
unclear.
Okay.
So here, I'll read them out. Somebody just keep tally over.
I don't have anything to write on except for a
Yeah.
cake.
Here, if I read these out, just make tally marks or whatever we have to do for both. So Super Strike Eagle has hashtag more Miller.
Don't even remember that.
It also has the line, "This just in, Miller has seen Joe Dirt." So I guess we have our fourth person for
All
that
right,
episode.
awesome. I definitely want to get Miller back
We
on.
gotta
It's
do that.
yeah.
Let's see. Hashtag more Miller is in one called "The One with Someone Who Shall Not Be Named" and the Giggly Boys.
Okay.
Are those the only 2 that have the tag hashtag more Miller?
The tag is Miller.
It's hashtag more Miller. And this, if we're reading the question, as in that's what we're looking for. I honestly think what we're looking for is the number of Final Fantasy episodes he's been on.
Yeah, and the tag is Miller on tadpog.com.
Well, we have 2. We have Miller and we have hashtag more Miller.
Right.
If it's
hashtag more Miller, it's 2.
it's only 2. If it's Miller, then he's on the one where Miller curses our audio, his interview episode. He's on Pocky and Rocky.
Now, wait a minute. Hold on. How many have we got now?
Well, we have 2
I
for
have 2
hashtag
for
more
hashtag
Miller.
more Miller, and now you're saying what?
So there's going to be 3 that we're going to answer. We're going to give 3 answers. Hashtag more Miller, and Final Fantasy episodes that Miller
Yeah.
has been on.
Okay, go.
So he's not on Pocky and Rocky. We just mentioned Herman Miller Logitech chair in that episode.
Oh boy, it's getting dicey.
He's on Final Fantasy After Years Part 1 and 2.
Is that hashtag more Miller?
I know. I see hashtag more Miller in the description for Final Fantasy 4, the After Years Part 1.
So I put 2 for hashtag more Miller.
Oh, here's more Miller in the description of 2 as well. So Final Fantasy After Years Part 1 and 2 both have hashtag more Miller.
We're up to 4 on hashtag more Miller and 2 for Final Fantasy.
Let's see. He is also in... Oh, nope. That's not Miller. Must have mentioned him in that one. He's in Final Fantasy 11, 1 and 2.
Is that hashtag?
Expand on those.
Which one? Final Fantasy.
1 and 2.
He recorded Final Fantasy 1 with us?
I didn't see his name on that when I was looking here.
On
just
Final Fantasy
now.
1? No.
Oh, you said, is it Final? Did you say Final Fantasy 2 Part 1 and 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, that's my mistake.
Final Fantasy 4, Part 1 and 2. Final Fantasy The After Years, Part 1 and 2. Final Fantasy 11, Part 1 and 2.
Hold on.
Which says
Hold
hashtag
on.
more Miller in it.
You're going too fast for me to keep up with this.
This is good podcasting.
You're right. You're right.
I hate everything about this right
Wait a
now.
minute. He said across 12 episodes. If that means
Wow.
there's 12 episodes with Final Fantasy, that's
I don't know, but my anxiety is like, whoop,
Say
it's
6
up there.
again. 6 for Miller.
6 for Miller.
just by what you said. We're up to 8.
and he is on part.
Or if it's Final Fantasy. The question is...
It could be one of three things.
many different things.
Let's just go with Final Fantasy. I do think that's what he's
I
asking
agree.
for.
I think
Just
that's what
Final
he's
Fantasy.
asking.
Just
games.
Final Fantasies. We've got Final Fantasy 4, he's on 2 episodes.
Yep.
Final Fantasy 11, he's on 2 episodes. Final Fantasy 3, he's at least on part 1.
Okay. Final Fantasy The After Years, he's on 1 and 2.
So there's 7 right there.
Yep.
I think it's 7. I can't think of anything else. I don't think he's on part 2 of Final Fantasy 3/6.
He's not in the first one, Final Fantasy.
Right.
I've got 7.
We're not going to count Secret of Evermore as a Final Fantasy game.
Okay. We going with 7?
I know he's in part 1. So we don't know if he's in part 2.
Right. I mean, I'm like not putting a lot of stock in this because I mean, I don't think we guessed on the first answer.
No, he is not.
Okay. So 7?
Yep.
We're
7.
Locking in 7.
Logging in 7.
Okay.
Okay. All right. More of the call.
Latest and arguably strangest recurring catchphrase since Tropical Cap.
Here, I'm going to skip back so we get that.
Morgan Freeman.
And question 3.
There we go.
TADPOG's latest and arguably strangest recurring catchphrase since Tropical Capricorn is obviously frog pussy. We all know it, we all love it, we all yearn for it. But the question is...
Damn right. Okay. And then Morgan Freeman didn't show up. So Ian, it's your turn. Last question. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Freeman. Last question.
TADPOG's latest and arguably strangest recurring catchphrase since Tropical Capricorn is clearly frog pussy. What was the first episode to feature this new beloved example of sexual deviance? I will accept the episode number or title / game played.
That was pretty recent.
Pretty recent.
Okay. This is going to help us a lot. Pre-Mean Girls or post-Mean Girls?
I think it was...
Or Mean Girls? Never mind. This is going to help at all.
I think it was pre-Mean Girls.
You think it was pre-Mean Girls? Uh-oh. Because I'm thinking it's post-Mean Girls.
Oh,
so
shit.
I can tell you this. On episode 311, All Calls sponsored by Trash Monkey, there's a link for pussy pimples.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Phil.
You want to call him or are you going to text him?
I just text him.
Text him. I'm checking the Discord chat log to see the earliest mention of frog pussy on Discord. It is by Sick Jake from Press B to Cancel on June 30th saying, "You're missing out on the frog pussy." So now so we know that it goes at least that far back, June 30th.
Well, I was thinking it predated me coming here every week.
Really?
Yes.
See, I thought you were here for it.
I don't think I was here for the first...
So maybe
God, I don't know.
Maybe it was the one before.
Ooh, it might have been the one before I started coming out. How long have I been coming out here? Fuck, I don't even know that.
It's been a while.
Shit, it could have been that far back, I suppose.
All right.
June 30th, that episode was Super Turrican.
Wow. No way it's going back that far. Unless Sick Jake just was a frog pussy prophet.
And even then, I doubt it was a thing to mention. The very first time we mentioned it, it probably didn't immediately catch on fire. We had to mention it in a few different episodes for it to become a catchphrase.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'm misremembering, but I'm feeling like the first time it was pretty much like the sound a bat makes when it cracks like a home run.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's because I remember you saying it. Super Turrican. Ian.
Unless could Frog Pussy have been on Space Football 1-on-1 or Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally?
Is there a game that has frog pussy in it that we forgot about?
I'm trying to think. The Flintstones?
I want to say the first one I started coming out for regularly was Little Nicky, which was the run right after Super Turrican. I don't think I was here for Super Turrican.
You were on Little Nicky with John.
Correct.
Was John here when Frog Pussy was conceived? Wow. I don't really remember it being that old because, I mean, we've done a lot since Super Turrican. Yeah, Super Turrican would be my guess. I know we probably want to wait to hear back from Phil, but Super Turrican is what I would go with, just based on that's the first time it came up ever on the Discord. But it's either Super Turrican or something before it.
What was the next reference to it on the Discord after that?
Jeff Cthusiast Jeff referenced it in August. Let me verify that because I'm off of that screen now. Also, let me try frog pussy one word as opposed to frog space pussy. Yeah. So, okay, here it is. The second reference to frog pussy on the TADPOG Discord is by Cthusiast Jeff on July 12th. Quote, especially frog pussy, unquote.
That's about when I started coming on, is in July, I want to say.
I love this one from Jeff on August 25th. They said frog pussy.
On the 25th?
Yeah, of August. But the first time it's mentioned is June 30th. You're missing out on the frog pussy. I think Super Turrican's my guess.
All right,
Okay.
yeah, Super Turrican.
Let's do it.
Have you heard back from Phil?
No.
Do you want to wait?
No.
Okay. This is like, did it ever happen on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire where they phoned a friend and they didn't pick up?
Probably at some point.
All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get Bagalog Banisher Dane back logged.
Note, I will accept either the episode number, the title of the episode, or the name
Super
of the game
Turrican!
that you played for said episode.
Locked in. Final answer.
So, you've survived my gauntlet of questions, but Morgan Freeman is a busy man and he needs to be going. So, Morgan, are there any pointing words you have?
He never showed up.
Obviously, he's very busy.
Frog pussy to you as well, good sir. Have a great night.
It's like he's on the phone with him. I like this single. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
We're like
That's
a
what
child.
happened.
We're like a child listening to our mom talk to our aunt.
Now, time for your answers.
All right.
Question 1 was, how many
Oops, sorry.
bombs did Meg drop in her appearances in early Tadpog?
We said 6.
In total, she dropped 6.
Oh shit!
We have a chance.
Oh shit!
We have a chance.
Oh shit!
That was the one.
Oh shit! God, I hope it's fucking Super Turrican. Oh no!
And 7.
Oh no! We should have waited for Phil. Oh no!
Wow, I thought that was going to be wrong.
I was hoping it was going to be wrong because then there's no fucking pressure. It's immediately off.
It was 666.
Oh,
we knew it. We had
fuck.
it. It was the universe spoke to us.
That makes me wonder if we fucked up with Miller, and that's a 6.
The Miller one is weird.
Okay. Well, let's see how that shook out.
F-bombs on 3 separate episodes. 1 in the Magical Quest starring Mickey Mouse, 2 in Mananpog, and 3 in Final Fantasy III Part 1. Question 2 was, how many Final Fantasy episodes are described as featuring #more Miller?
Okay, so he clarified in that statement then. Okay.
So, wait, what did he say? How many
Final Fantasy episodes.
Final Fantasy episodes? Okay, I'm gonna scroll
#more
back.
Miller.
I need to hear it with my own fucking human being ears.
Starring Mickey Mouse, 2 in Mananpog, and 3 in Final Fantasy III Part
I can only
1.
go back in 15-second increments. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Question 2 was, how many Final Fantasy episodes are described as featuring #more Miller?
Okay. Yeah.
In fact, Sean Miller has appeared on 7 of the 12
Yeah.
Oh,
God damn it! Please be fucking. Do you want to? You want to like?
Wait for
You gonna call Phil,
Call him.
or is it too late? It's
No,
not,
we haven't heard the
He-
answer.
haven't heard the answer yet.
He's like 3 hours behind. So yeah, we
He's-
call Phil.
He's
It's
up.
only like
I mean,
7
it's
where
like
he is.
7.
I don't have his phone number.
Hey Siri, call Phil. I don't know if I do.
Which one? Phil Hawkins. Phil.
Oh,
Jones.
Siri, shut up! Shut up, Siri! Don't list all the Phils in my fucking writer's book. What the fuck? What the fuck, man?
Holy
Phil Hawkins. Phil who gives me blowjobs. Phil who eats my ass for change.
Phil the cuck.
You leave second breakfast Phil out of this.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Phil.
Come on, Phil.
Our lives depend on this.
Come on, Phil. Come on, Phil. Come on.
Call him from the Tadpog number. Can you do that? I mean, I know it's you. He has you in his phone, but
He might not.
I'll call Bulbasaur if I have to.
Hi there. This is Phil Hawkins. I appreciate your phone call, but unfortunately, I'm not around to take it at this moment. But if you could leave me a message with your name and your phone number and a good time to contact you, I'd be happy to return your phone call as soon as possible. You have a good day.
That was the friendliest voicemail I've ever heard.
Phil, fucking pick up! Phil, we need you! Phil, when did we say frog pussy? Phil! Phil! Please call back.
Pick up. I know
Please
you can
call
hear
back.
this.
Yeah.
This is a voicemail answering machine, right?
Please.
There's a tape
We
recording.
need you.
Your kids are hearing us say frog pussy over your answering machine speaker.
All right, he didn't pick up.
Is he on? Is
I
he
just
on?
asked Grim.
Is he on
I see
Discord?
Grim will bury his own grave and get you served.
Did you message him on Discord?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that noise you hear over
Yeah,
there.
I do.
Oh, Phil responded.
Oh. Tell him to check his voicemail. I hope that's still.
It was around when Ian started regularly appearing, so it hasn't been that long. But no, I can't recall off the top of my
Oh,
head.
fuck.
I
I
was
knew it was
on-
around the time you started appearing.
I was on right after. I started coming on right after.
It's Little Nicky. It has to be, right? Because we talk about the fucking the fuck bird, right? Doesn't it have something to do with that? Did that the fuck bird from hell trigger it? Or was it prior to it? Did it just bring it back? Fuck. Wait. Okay. All right. God damn it, I'm into this. Sick Jake. Okay, so No. He said frog pussy on June 30th. And that predates Little Nicky, right?
Yes.
So it has to be. It has to be,
Super Turrican.
unless, like I said, Sick Jake's a frog pussy prophet.
There's a transcript
No
of these shows somewhere.
Lord Jesus
I thought
Christ, no.
He said transcript.
I don't
didn't
know. I don't know.
It could be on the
he did,
wiki.
but
It could be on the wiki where somebody would say first appearance of frog pussy.
All right, let's look.
man, shit got fucking serious once that number one answer was 6.
I woke right up.
Yeah.
We didn't have a chance.
No.
Until
we guessed correctly on that. Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Because before Super Turrican is Flintstones.
Yeah.
So I don't think we said it on Flintstones.
I'm on the TADPOG wiki. Frog pussy. Search results for frog pussy. What the fuck? Episode 22, Killer Instinct. Why did this ping for frog pussy? I'm going to see what the fuck. Why? 22, frog pussy. I have no idea. It just says 22, Killer Instinct. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the wiki works. But then Super Tennis comes up a whole bunch.
Well, that would have been.
But that was kind of recent.
That was just like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now, is this some kind of fucking trick question where maybe you did say it in episode 23 once just because
on Killer Instinct?
It happened to happen, and that I don't think that should count if that's the case.
If that's the case, I don't think that should count either. But hey,
well, it's the answer is the answer.
This is our own personal Saw movie that we're in. I think this all came about because of Squid Game. I think that was
2 before. Grim says 2 before the all remote episode, I believe.
2 before the all remote. No,
that's
because that
not
was
right.
super recent, right?
Yeah. What was 2 before the all remote?
What was the all remote?
It was
that was Smash Tennis.
Smash Tennis.
So 2 before that would have been, "Hey Punk, are you tough enough?" Which was 1 episode after Mean Girls. I went from not wanting this at all to wanting it real fucking bad. Like on the
I don't
like,
Hey,
like,
there's no time limit. We can finish this one next week.
Ooh, it's a good cliffhanger.
I kind of want to finish it.
Okay.
I kind of want a resolution. You're right. I guess it could be a cliffhanger, but I don't know if I can survive that cliffhanger.
Phil says my best guess would be Little Nicky.
That tracks with what you were saying, Dave.
But okay. When did Little Nicky? What was the published date on that?
It was. Wait a minute.
Published date on that was July 7th.
So why would Sick Jake say frog pussy on June 30th.
He couldn't. It had to be before that. You're
Unless he's a frog pussy prophet. Let me see. I'm going to check and see what his frog pussy comment was in context, because I haven't done that yet.
Did you guys call me a little bit ago? We did. Phil, we did.
I am not in Phil's phone book, but I'm in his. Oh, Phil's calling back.
Nice.
Phil.
Hey.
Man, God, dude. Frog pussy. Think about it.
We are dying.
That is the best anyone has ever answered the phone.
How are you doing, man?
I'm sick, but otherwise I'm all right.
Not regular sick, or?
I think it's regular sick.
Okay.
Arthur had a stuffed nose last week, and now I have a stuffed nose and a sore throat, and I'm cold. So
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be bugging you about frog pussy while you're on the mend.
I am delighted to talk about frog pussy. While I'm on the mend.
I think it's super turrican. And the reason I say that is because when I do a search on Discord for the term frog pussy, the first thing that comes up, the earliest instance is on July 30th. Sick Jake says, "You're missing out on the frog pussy." And Super Turrican came out on June 30th.
That sounds about the right. Like I don't know. It was when Ian started guest hosting. So, yeah. Hopefully you guys get it right.
So when inevitably we get it wrong, we can blame you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
All right.
I will absorb all the sins of you guys.
Oh, that reminds me. You saying sins? Forgot to tell you. You are now frog pussy Pope Phil Hawkins. It's going to be awkward when Arthur's with you on stream nights when y'all come in. But but I mean, look, I don't make the rules. It's just, you know.
Well, I'm gonna have to start finding a different avatar for Discord now.
Oh no.
It's not because of this question. It's just very convenient. It's because of all the wonderful frog pussy memes you've been creating recently.
It is great not having to work and having all this time on my hands to do such wonderful contributions.
All right, Phil. Thank you for your help.
Yeah. Whose number is this? Is this your number? Should I save this in my phone as Dave?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I'll do
absolutely.
that.
I think I had yours from definitely not stalking you, but probably from TADPOG Prom.
Probably.
Well,
I feel bad. This is why I need to answer my phone more often. But if it's an unknown number, then I pretty much never touch it.
Well, you got a pretty great voicemail to keep listening to if you want.
yeah. Did you get the voicemail?
Oh no, I did not. I will
yes.
listen to it when I will invite Arthur up here to listen to it together.
Perfect. I definitely suggest that. All right, man. Thanks for your help.
Good luck, guys.
Thank you. Feel better, dude.
Thanks. It will.
All right. Bye, man.
Bye.
Bye.
Grim says either Flintstones or Super Turrican.
See, now we're in that. That feels more right to me.
What?
Flintstones or Super Turrican.
Although just typing into YouTube "Tadpog frog pussy" gives wildly incorrect results. I didn't think you could show that on YouTube.
Oh no. I was going through the show notes for Super Turrican, and the only thing that came up that looked like it might have led to something was show hole.
That's where we talk about binging a show
After
too fast.
this show, yeah.
Okay. So here's the context of Sick Jake saying you're missing out on the frog pussy. On June 30th, the comment before that was from Tooth Fairy Zero Scroll, aka Nando, who says, "I need to confess something. I failed the cult. I haven't listened to the podcast about 3 weeks. Forgive me, Daddy, for I have sinned." And then Sick Jake says, "You're missing out on the frog pussy." So now it could be fucking anything because like any of the 3 episodes from June 30th on, June 30th back. So what it's Super Turrican, and then the episode before that is Flintstones, and then the episode before that is
Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally.
Yikes. What in the world? Because Tyler, it was you who said frog pussy. I'm almost positive.
What was?
I'm trying to think what triggered that.
Before Roadrunner was Space Football 1-on-1.
Space God. Ugh.
Then y'all were doing All Calls episodes.
What was that you said? It's a June
30th.
June 30th is when it's first mentioned on Discord. And that is response to Nando saying he hasn't listened for the past 3 weeks. So I think we've narrowed it down
to the 3 episodes. Those three
episodes. I think it's going to be one of those. It's either going to be Super Turrican, The Flintstones,
or Roadrunner.
And I guess, I don't know, man.
Did Roadrunner's cloaca come up at any point?
I'm absolutely positive that it had to have, right?
But I don't know what that would have had anything to do with a frog.
I got a message from Chalkdo. He doesn't reference the episode, although I can ask him. He says, can't listen to your fucking podcast when I work out anymore. I was benching and you said you were going to shove turnips in Wart's mouth and fuck his giant frog pussy. I almost dropped the bar on my chest.
But what was the date on that?
He sent me that text on October 1st.
Okay.
He could have been catching up on a backlog. Let me find out where that was.
When did we bring up? Oh, that was that would have had to have been a fuck, marry, kill. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it's the first time. Wasn't there a Super Mario RPG fuck, marry, kill from Ross? But I feel like that was I feel like that was
and
recent.
Because I dipped out of it. I was there for that one, and I dipped out of it because I didn't know the answer. I'd never played.
All right, I'm gonna check. I'm so ashamed of myself right now, because I really want to get this right. I feel like I shouldn't care this much, but I feel like we've got the first 2. We gotta get this. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna pull Ross's quizzes. I'm gonna go through his links, and I'm gonna see the one that has all the Super Mario RPG fuck, marry, kills.
I mean, that was okay.
Right? I mean, okay. So Bowser, Wart, Smithy was on a quiz from Ross. It was the very first one I clicked on. Very recent. Here I sit brokenhearted.
Yeah, that was like 2 weeks ago.
I think Chocto's just responding to that particular instance of you saying frog pussy, not the first time.
He could have been listening to way far back in the backlog.
I mean, maybe, but I mean, hey.
That's probably when I said it. I said I'd fuck Wart, and yeah.
Well, our option. I mean, we could listen to these fucking episodes.
I could do it. I'll do it, but we'd have to. We can't do it now.
No, let's do it real time. Let's just listen to 9 hours. Let's just listen.
Longest episode ever.
And then we could do stupid commentary on our stupid show. I feel kind of dirty doing it like that.
He said everything is an option except for listening to the answers. He said anything we wanted.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Those are his exact words?
Anything, the only thing that was off limits was the answer key at the end of the question. He said phone a friend. He said the wiki. He said the YouTube. He said...
This quiz is open book. That's right. TADPOG.com is fair game. Wikipedia is fair game. You can open any video from the TADPOG backlog on YouTube and read the transcripts to find answers.
What transcripts?
I don't know. I didn't know he's doing transcripts. That's fucking... No way, right? That's wild. Don't do transcripts. It seems like a fucking lot of fucking work.
I don't want hard copy of what we said.
Unless it's automatically done.
Hell, I'll even let you phone a friend. The only resource closed to you is the answer key after submitting this quiz. So there's nothing mentioned about a time limit.
Let's just ask Discord.
The Game Buds are playing right now. Could hop in there and ask. I don't feel like anybody's... Cthusiast Jeff's in there. He might know. Sorry. Super sorry.
Scare me.
Dave.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hi, Dave.
Hey,
Hey, Dave.
I hope, are y'all doing good tonight?
Ain't no way there's an island called Lugosi.
Or Galifianakis.
We're
Definitely not Galifianakis.
we're recording right now.
God.
I was the only guy with the stones that keep doing none of the above.
He is, yeah.
Hey, guys.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die.
I don't think they can hear me.
Dave,
Hey, can you hear me?
edge me.
They can't fucking hear me.
Is your mic?
Hey, can you guys hear me? No.
Softball.
Oh fuck! No, it's not.
Let me turn that down.
Hang on. I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to see if I can get their attention in the room since my phone's not connected to something. Listen, we're in trouble. We need your help. We have a quiz that we're working on, and I'm not going to get into the details of it, but it's very important that it was only 3 questions.
All right.
And I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but what we need to know is if any of you guys know when was the first time, which episode was the first time frog pussy was mentioned?
Nope. Is it multiple choice?
And it's not multiple choice. We've narrowed it down to 3 possibilities, which is Super Turrican, the Flintstones, or Roadrunner's Death Valley Rally. But we don't know it. We have gotten 2 out of the 3 questions right, and we thought we weren't going to.
I'm leaning towards Roadrunner, but I'm not sure. Were there frogs in the Flintstones game? Enemies, maybe?
Wasn't John on the episode because he said something about listening to it in a drive-thru and somebody says frog pussy?
John was on Little Nicky.
But that's after the first time Sick Jake mentions frog pussy on Discord.
Right.
What we got? Tyler, you got something?
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys.
We gotta pause.
You're left with some losers.
Wait.
The Ralph Wiggum of the Star Fox universe, Slippy.
Yep.
Or Peppy Hare.
I guess would it be some sort of a crime if you just fuck Slippy? Is that?
I think all of these are crimes.
Except for that horse farm.
Those were crimes.
Yeah, fucking Slippy marrying Peppy.
You're gonna fuck Slippy, marry Peppy. I think doesn't Peppy he increases in rank, right?
Yeah.
And Star Fox Assault, doesn't he
he retires and has more of a ground. Yeah, all right.
So that's good.
Yeah. He'd be a good father to our monstrous bunny children.
Man, I kind of want to fuck Falco just once.
I stand by that statement.
That's why he's such a overconfident jerk. Because he knows, you want to fuck this one.
No, don't get it twisted. I want to fuck him.
Yeah, you want this cloaca?
Don't get it
once.
twisted.
Cloaca, we're getting close.
We're gonna make sure you never fly.
What's wrong, buddy? You out of inches? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, come on, you can't do look. You
Put a bogey in my tail.
What episode is this?
Super Turrican.
Okay, look,
what's Tyler good at? Making weird sexual Star Wars.
Here it comes.
Okay, I'm going to poke a hole in that statement and say that it's very weird that you point out the Birdman's cloaca. I don't even know what a frog has.
Here it comes.
You just rub your seed on its skin, or I don't know how that works.
That's true. I guess the got good toothless throat job from Slippy.
No, man, I've seen a bullfrog eat a bat.
Why don't you be Slippy in this frog pussy?
Hey!
Super Turrican. Wow, that was a long journey to get back to Super Turrican, right?
Thank you, Usurper Grim.
Nice. Nice. And guys that were listening in Game Buds, I'm sorry I cut you off, but I had to hear this.
Yeah. Super Turrican locking it in. Right?
Yes. We have to lock it in. That's where we were at first.
Okay. Oh my God. What a fucking weird fucking. How long did we spend on that? An hour?
It's been about an hour. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody listening.
They love it.
Let's see.
Plus, a lot of that was silence, so that'll be truncated
out. It's actually, I don't know if a lot of it's us heavily breathing into the microphone.
Fuck.
All right, playing the thing.
This is it.
Playing the thing.
For all the marbles.
Playing the thing.
But only 4 of them are described as having hashtag more Miller. This is because only 4 literally have hashtag more Miller in the episode description.
Hey, we got that right too. 4 there.
You can
right?
check it. Final Fantasy IV After Years Part 1 and 2, Final Fantasy XI Part 1, and Final Fantasy III Part 1 respectively. I know the question's bullshit. No, I'm not sorry. Question 3.
We still got it right.
Yes, we did. Fuck that. We got it right.
It's the first episode to feature the phrase frog pussy.
Come on.
I swear to God, if it is 22 Killer Instinct, I'm going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to cause destruction.
That, I won't, not in its current context. That doesn't count.
Frog Pussy's run of infamy began in episode 617, Super Turrican.
I thought I thought you said this quiz was hard. Ross has stumped us every week.
Oh my God.
Teasing.
The running gag in episode 619, all calls because David's sick. However,
what
was actually
22 Killer Instinct 22. I know that's where he's fucking going. It has to be, right?
Yep.
second time that it was used on the show. The original time being almost 2 years earlier in episode 518, Adventures of Yogi Bear. Timestamp 1 hour, 2 minutes, 31 seconds.
Did we just celebrate?
We just lost.
We just celebrated the wrong answer?
In the unlikely event that you actually got all 3 of those spot on, I guess, fuck me, gambled and lost there, huh?
Yogi Bear?
Yeah.
In the more likely event that...
Look it up.
How'd you do?
Timestamp, let's see.
Used on the show. The original time being almost 2 years earlier in episode 518, Adventures of Yogi Bear. Timestamp 1 hour, 2 minutes, 31 seconds.
This is no different. This is no different than the killer. I'm not. Keep your money. That's fine. That's fine. But listen, this is no different than what we were saying about Killer Instinct. We're talking about it in its context today as a catchphrase. It wasn't a catchphrase.
1 hour, 2 minutes.
1 hour, 2 minutes.
It wasn't a catchphrase 2 years ago. It was said once and it was forgotten and then it came back.
Let me.
Half the size of a bear running out of the sky.
It's a big bird.
Yeah.
A lot of the enemies really fucking suck too, because it's like the weasels. Like
they're all pretty much the same throughout the whole game.
They are, except for there is like a water world. There's a water portion of the game because like Jellystorm it consists of
1 hour, 2 minutes.
Here, let me play it back and see.
1 second. However, this was actually the second time that it was used on the show. The original time being almost 2 years earlier in episode 518, Adventures of Yogi Bear. Timestamp 1 hour, 2 minutes, 31 seconds.
Saying 2 minutes or 10 minutes?
2, it sounds like. 1 hour, 2 minutes.
Donkey Kong style, where there are little dots that the portrait of Yogi moves down.
This game came out a month before Donkey Kong Country. I looked it up because there are so many. I feel like there are so many similarities. No, I think what happened is like it very much feels like they made a game based off of like Donkey Kong Country.
That's 1 hour, 2 minutes, 41. I played it from 23 to 41.
1 hour. Do 1 hour 10 then. This is the Yogi Bear episode, because right?
Yes.
Yeah. 1 hour 10.
I thought he said 2, but here, let me play it back.
However, this was actually the second time that it was used on the show. The original time being almost 2 years earlier in episode 518, Adventures of Yogi Bear. Timestamp 1 hour, 2 minutes, 31 seconds.
2 minutes. 1 hour, 2 minutes.
That's what I said.
And 21 seconds. Right?
Try 10. 110.
10, 10, 220.
You start out in the snow world, and then there's a cute overworld map where it shows
sort of Donkey Kong style, where there are little dots that.
All right, well.
Was that 1 hour 2 or 1 hour 10?
That was 1 hour 2.
Try 1 hour 10. And how many seconds? I can't remember either. I meant to write it down. The pen disappeared.
I'll play it back again. Do we have a pen?
I got it.
No. And for good reason.
I don't even remember what I was talking about.
All right, I'm going to play it. Here we go. You're going to write it down? We'll
Yes,
check it.
I got it.
This was actually the second time that it was used on the show. The original time being almost 2 years earlier in episode 518, Adventures of Yogi Bear. Timestamp 1 hour, 2 minutes, 31 seconds.
It sounds like 1 hour, 2 minutes, 31 seconds. Is that what he said?
Yep. I got 1:2:31 or 1:10:31 if that's what's.
Tyler, where are you pulling it from? The site or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay, I was about to say, let's do YouTube because that's what...
It's his game.
That's, backlogs.
It consists of like several different biomes, and it's like you start out in the snow world, and then there's a cute overworld map where it shows
Sort of Donkey Kong style, where there are little dots that
right.
the portrait of Yogi moves down.
This game came out a month before Donkey Kong Country. I looked it up because there are so many. I feel like there are so many similarities. No, I think what happened is like
That's 102?
It very much feels like they made a game.
Did we try 110?
1:10 and 31 seconds.
Let's try that.
Super Mario World, Albert Fish's Yoshi's Island, Albert Fish's. Like we just ROM hack all of them as if it was ROM hacked by Albert Fish.
I almost wore my Albert Fish shirt tonight. But then I got this sweet just hamburger shirt.
Albert Fish's Adventures of Yogi Bear.
Albert Fish's Black Bass.
Albert Fish's Cool World.
Frog Pussy's got to be in there.
That's the one. That's the nightmare fuel.
That's where we'll start.
Has to be Albert Fish's Frog Pussy.
Albert Fish's Bebe's Kids.
You have to go through and find the tools to all of his murders across some hellscape.
I mean, I'm not going to say, but it's not in the timestamp he gave us.
Yeah. And here's my challenge to everybody listening. Find the Frog Pussy and Killer Instinct. Because I don't know why that pulls up
Killer
on the
Instinct.
wiki when...
Well, he said Yogi Bear. Or why is it said in... Okay.
It's in that one, no doubt. I mean, I think the timestamp is wrong, but it's got to be in there. Otherwise, he wouldn't mention it. But like, I'm curious why Frog Pussy pinged when I did that's a fun phrase to say. I'm curious why Frog Pussy pinged when I did a search on the wiki. Then Killer Instinct shows up. Anyway, here's the rest of the call.
So, how'd you do? In the unlikely event that you actually got all three of those spot on, I guess, fuck me. Gambled and lost there.
Fuck you anyway.
Because you know what we were going to think when you said Frog Pussy. You knew we were going to think of it in terms of the catchphrase. You called it a catchphrase, Dane.
In the more likely event that you only got lucky on maybe one, I guess I'll be keeping that penny train alive. So, I'll see you boys around.
Keep the money.
Keep your fucking money.
Keep the fucking money.
Well, Capricorn.
And Frog Pussy.
Let's close this motherfucker out.
Theme song, Sycamore Drive. We're going to play
Patreon, Patreon.com, TADPOG.
Yeah, thank you.
Fucking thanks, people.
Yeah. Tropical Capricorn.
Yeah. Oh, exalted Lord Micah Purdue, thanks for upping your donation on said Patreon. Also, this episode was executive produced by the following people who donate at $20 or more each month. Stop it!
So I'm downloading the episode now to go back to that instead of using YouTube.
They just ruined my birthday, Tyler. Just stop playing shit, please. Executive produced by the following people: Usurper Grimm, Please Pledge Responsibly, God Emperor Alex Pena, Cousin David Galino, Cthusiast Chef Miners, Laud Mulaney Dennis, Steve Dixon, Plinko Nick Price, Clambro Cody Phillips, Bantha Master, Executive Producer Dig Dougie, The Eightfold Daniel Abernathy, Time Lord Josh Edwards, Gamebug Prime Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile aka Gentle G, congratulations on your marriage, Magical Sleeper, a.k.a. Big Dick Pie Baker Chris Vaughn, Temporal Eternal Savior Cubicle Monkey, Pinball Archmage Chris Edler, I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode, Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Frog Pussy Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first-time caller, Zeus Laser Boons from Brooklyn, Drinksmith Joey Webster, Big Daddy Paul Anderson, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, General Kenobi Massacre, Barbecue Baron, Andrew Rowland. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. My dad used to, when we would go to the store when I was a kid, on the rare occasion that my dad would go to the store with us to do the grocery shopping, he would always get like a box of some sort of candy, and he would open it and eat it while we were shopping.
Was it a particular kind of candy or just?
It was, but
does he have a favorite? Like,
nah.
Is a good and plenty guy like my mom?
Some kind of maybe like Milk Duds or malted milk balls or something. I don't know.
Whoppers?
Whoppers.
Love a good Whopper.
Oh, Whopper's good. Every box of Whoppers.
I love 19 out of 20 Whoppers.
Yes,
right.
exactly.
Every box has this one where it's just like, it just deflates when you bite it. What's up with that?
I remember like talking to Jacob about like making out, whoops, only the bad Whoppers, box of Whoppers.
That's gross.
But he used to eat them as we would shop, and the first time I was little, the first time he did that, and I thought, what are you doing? You're committing a crime right now. He's like, I'm going to pay for them. I'm just going to eat. I'm going to take the box and we'll pay.
I'm not going to pay for
I don't think he did. I don't think he did.
This is the tax I charge them for shopping at their horrible store.